Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, wherever you're at in the world. Welcome to Last Rounds Baseball's live commentary of the Nippon Professional Baseball League. Tonight from the Kyocera Dome in Osaka, it is a midweek interleague game between the Yokohama DeNa BayStars and the Orix Buffaloes. It is going to be a pitching matchup of Soichiro Yamazaki, as he is going to go head-to-head against Trevor Bauer, who is making his start tonight for the Yokohama DeNa BayStars. Both of these teams are as well tied for the top spot in the interleague play, as this is what's happening in the middle of the season, or almost middle of the season. But there is a boatload of teams in the top spot with a 5-4 record. Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks, Yomiuri Giants, Chinichi Dragons, and Hiroshima Toyo Carp, all with 5-4 records that equal that of the BayStars and the Buffaloes. And so something has to give here tonight, as that is going to have to start to shake up the top of the standings, and it all begins here. We are halfway through the interleague play, as this is going to be the back half of the series. As far as the Pacific League standings go, for the regular season, the Buffaloes are tied with the top spot with the Chibalote Marines. The Marines, however, have 5 games in hand, and they are ahead on winning percentage, where the Marines are at .583 and the Buffaloes are at .574. But certainly in terms of their ties, their wins, their losses, right now they are even Steven in the games behind department. The third place team in the Pacific League is the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks. They are a game behind both the Marines and the Buffaloes. Those are your top 3 teams in the Pacific League. In the Central League, the Hanshin Tigers currently have a 5.5 game lead over the Yokohama DeNa BayStars. Entering tonight's game, Yokohama does have a couple of games in hand on the Tigers. The Hiroshima Toyo Carp, who have been playing pretty good baseball, slightly over 500 at 29-26, round out the top 3 as they are 7 games out, holding down that last and final playoff spot. So that is where we look at the standings. We're going to give you the starting lineups for tonight's ball games. We're first of all going to begin with the visitors from Yokohama. Leading off and playing in right field is number 0, Taishi Oda. Batting second and in left field is number 63, Taiki Sekene. In the 3 spot, and playing first base is number 7, Kaita Sano. And the cleanup spot and playing second base is number 2, Shugo Maki. Batting fifth and doing the designated hitting is number 3, Tyler Austin. Batting sixth in center field is number 1, Masayuki Kuwabara. Hitting seventh and playing shortstop is number 98, Yoda Kyoda. Batting eighth and doing the catching is number 29, Hikaru Oda. And batting ninth and playing third base tonight is 00 Takuma Hayashi, as Miyazaki is getting the night off. They're going to be facing Soichiro Yamazaki, who takes to the hill with a 5-0 record. He's got 42 2/3 innings pitched. He has allowed 27 hits, 5 runs, 4 of which have been earned. He's walked only 12 and struck out 48, and he's got a microscopic 0.84 ERA. Not bad for a rookie to begin his NPB campaign this year. Now the starting lineup for the home team from Orix, a much stronger batting lineup than what the BayStars have put out tonight. Leading off and playing third base is number 30, Taishi Haruka. Batting second and right field is number 9, Tomoya Noguchi. And the 3 spot and doing the designated hitting is number 99, Yataro Sugimoto. And the cleanup spot and doing the catching is number 4, Tomoya Mori. Batting fifth at first base is number 44, Yuma Tongu. Hitting sixth in center field is number 67, Kai Nakagawa. Batting seventh at second base is number 8, Marwin Gonzalez. Hitting eighth at shortstop is number 24, Kotaro Kobayashi. And batting ninth in left field is number 61, Tokumasa Chano. And they are going to be facing the right-hander, Trevor Bauer, as Bauer takes to the mound with a 2-2 record, 29 innings pitched, 36 hits allowed. He's given up 19 runs, 18 which have been earned. He has walked 5. And struck out 35. And he's got himself an ERA of 5.59. Well, those are your starting lineups. We're going to be back in just a couple moments with all the action. And last time we were here, we had all kinds of troubles. We don't expect troubles tonight. We've got our stuff set up and ready to go. We'll be back here in just a couple moments with all the action. Hang tight, everybody. It is BayStars and Buffaloes just around the corner. We'll be back in just a few with all the action. Hang tight, everybody. It is about 2 minutes from first pitch. Welcome back, everybody. All the pregame ceremonies are now complete, and Soichiro Yamazaki is taking to the hill to begin his warm-up tosses. We'll be back in 30 seconds with the action, as it will be Buffaloes and BayStars here in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Soichiro Yamazaki just completing his warm-up tosses, and we're ready to get this one underway as the BayStars will be sending Oda, Sekine, and Sano to bat here in the top of the first inning. It has been another sparse crowd. It's a Friday crowd in Japan, and a little disappointing that the BayStars for this interleague play can't put themselves a decent full house together. You would like to think that even the traveling Yokohama fans would help add to the support of what the Buffaloes would be housing, but not as the case. We have seen some games here that have been less than 20,000 fans, and certainly that is probably going to be the case here tonight. I would think probably right around 20,000. But it is going to be Oda who's going to lead it off here. He's batting 146 on the season. He's got a homer and a couple RBIs. He bats from the right side against the right-hander Yamashita, who delivers a first pitch fastball for a called strike, and we are underway. No balls and one strike. Right-hander against the right-hander. Oda waiting on the offering. It's a fastball swung on and it's fouled straight back. It's going to be 0-2. That last pitch was at 97 miles an hour. Got up there in a hurry on Oda. So no balls and two strikes. Oda batting here as they are wearing, the BayStars are wearing the white pants with the blue tops with the white pinstripes. There's a fastball that misses down the dirt. The count goes to 1-2. The Buffaloes are wearing their traditional all whites, their white tops, their white pants with the, looks like it's navy-ish. I thought it was often black, but it almost looks navy-ish with the trim. Here comes the 1-ball, 2-strike pitch as Yamashita kicks and delivers. It is a breaking ball. It's taken for a called third strike. Oda was moonwalking out of the batter's box, and that dropped right in there. And he is going to be retired for the first out of the inning. So 1 up and 1 away, and that's going to bring up the left fielder, Taiki Sekine. Well, for Sekine, he's having himself a nice season. He's batting .335. He's got 3 homers and 23 runs batted in. BayStars have some punch in the order, although tonight with the Yamazaki being out of the lineup, that takes some sock out of the middle part. But they still nonetheless have some firepower. There's a first pitch fastball swung on and missed. The count is 0-1 to Sekine. 27-year-old batting here from the left side, having himself a fine season. And the pitch is on the way. It's a fastball swung on and it's fouled on the third base side of home plate. The count now goes to 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. A couple of power arms on display tonight. Obviously, Yamashita for the Buffaloes and Trevor Bauer getting the nod for the BayStars. Curious to see how he matches up here against the lineup. It's a rather formidable lineup that the Buffaloes have rolled out tonight. Here comes the 0-2 pitch as the right-hander works to the set. Now he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on. It's chopped over to short. Kobayashi takes it on a couple of hops. He throws to first. That's going to retire Sekine. It's going to go down as a ground out 6-3 for the second out of the inning. So 2 up and 2 away, and that'll bring up the first baseman, Kaida Sano. Defensively tonight for the Buffaloes, from left to right in the outfield, it is Chano is in left. The center fielder is Nakagawa, and the right fielder is Noguchi. Around the horn from first to third, it's Tongu at first. The second baseman is Gonzalez. At short, it's Kobayashi. The third baseman is Haruka with a battery of Yamashita and Mori. Our friend Sauce up in the house, he says, good pitching tonight or good hitting? It's going to be probably good pitching as Sauce up is listening to us on Twitch. And the first pitch fastball is swung on and fouled away. The count is 0-1. For Sano, he's hitting .258 on the season. He's got 8 homers and 26 runs batted in. Right-hander against the left-hander as Yamashita gets the sign from his catcher Mori, and he kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball that misses down and in, and the count goes even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. The BayStars don't have quite the bats in the lineup tonight that we would expect. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and then the count goes to 2-1. But as I said, the Buffaloes do. Although the one thing about the Buffalo batting order is both of the table setters, Haruka and Noguchi, are batting below 200. But when you get into the middle part of the order, there are some run producers there. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is lined right to the first baseman, Tongu, who is moving to his right and makes the catch. And that is going to do it here for the third out of the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We're through a half inning at the Kyocera Dome. It is the Buffaloes nothing, it's the BayStars nothing, and the Buffaloes coming to bat. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments. We appreciate you guys for jumping in here with us, whether you listen live or on delay. We appreciate you being here. We'll be right back in just a few. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the top of the order for the Buffaloes to come to bat to face Trevor Bauer here in the first inning. It's going to be Haruka, Noguchi, and Sugimoto to face the BayStars right-hander. This is going to be the 6th start of the season for Bauer as he rocks into the motion and delivers. The first pitch is a breaking ball that misses down and away. The count is 1-0. Bauer, of course, has had a bit of a hard time keeping the ball in the yard. He has served up 9 home runs in his 29 innings pitched so far. And there's a breaking ball swung on. It is hammered foul down the third base line, and the count goes to 1-1. Bauer, the right-hander, as accused, not really accused, but it's been said that he's been tipping his pitches. Alex Ramirez, who has a YouTube channel, the former NPB great and Yokohama manager, had come out and said that he felt that Bauer was doing something to allow the opposition to be able to see some things and be able to pick up on them. There's a breaking ball swung on and fouled away. He also cited that the catcher, Ito, and himself need to get on the same page, especially early on. They have to build a rapport, and they've got to get comfortable with one another. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. It's a fastball that goes up the ladder. It's taken for a ball, and the count goes to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Haruka batting from the right side against the righty Bauer, and it's a fastball swung on and missed. And there's the first one in the books here tonight. 1 up and 1 away, and that'll bring up the right fielder, Tomoya Noguchi. Well, for Noguchi on the season, he's hitting 197. He's got no homers and 4 runs batted in. He strides to the plate to face Bauer for the first time here this evening. Certainly Bauer getting the opportunity to start here as he delivers a first pitch that's a breaking ball, misses for a ball, and the count is 1-0. Have to keep an eye on that. That's 2 batters in a row that Bauer has fallen behind on. The 1-0 on the way. It's a fastball that misses upstairs. The count is now 2-0. Bauer has exhibited pretty good control in his starts, his 5 starts. 21 innings in his first 4. Only allowed 2 walks. In his last start, he went 8 innings and he allowed 3. Here's the 2-0 pitch. It's a fastball swung on. It is popped up down the left field line. This ball is going to drift into the temporary seating, and that's going to run the count to 2-1 on Noguchi. So 2 balls and 1 strike. On top of it, the right-hander Bauer here looked like he's starting to get a little bit more feel for his pitches, hitting his spots. There's a breaking ball that just misses inside, and the count goes to 3-1. That's going to be important because when we watched him in some of his other starts, there's missing your pitches and then missing your spots. The catcher would be set up. He was missing well off the different locations. There's a fastball that misses inside. That's going to be ball 4. And that is going to be the first walk issued here tonight for either team. And Noguchi's going to be aboard with a base on balls. That's going to bring up Yataro Sugimoto. Defensively tonight for the BayStars, from left to right field, it's Kene in left. The center fielder is Kuwabara, and in right field, it is Oda. Around the horn from first to third, Sano is at first. The second baseman is Maki at short. Tonight, it is Kyoda, and the third baseman is Hayashi with the battery of Bauer and Ito. And here comes the first offering to Sugimoto as Bauer checks the runner, and now he delivers. It's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Another thing that Bauer has had difficulty with is controlling the running game. We had our watch out a couple of starts ago, and we felt he wasn't as bad as we thought, but there must have been something that maybe he's not mixing in. Maybe not mixing a slide step in as much as he should, as he did with that first pitch. Here comes the pitch. It is a fastball swung on. It's tapped over to short. They go to second for 1, back to first, and it's going to be an inning-ending double play. Although Sugimoto thinks that he may have beaten that one out, and so does the manager. And they are going to go to the replay here, so hold your horses, everybody. Sugimoto, for the big fella, got down the line pretty good. And the umpires are going to go under the hood and have a look, but before the umpires do that, we'd like to take a look and see what we can see as our replays as well. If anything, I thought it was a little slow on the turn at second base. So Sugimoto grounded it to the shortstop. They went to second for 1. That was pretty close at second itself. And I think Sugimoto's got a case. I think he's beaten it out. I think they're going to win the challenge at first base. They might want to challenge at second base as well, but looks like it's going to be a fielder's choice to erase Noguchi 6-4. we'll put it in our books. That's going to be pretty quick, and it's going to be Sugimoto at first. I would be surprised if this took very long at all. It's going to bring up the catcher, Tomoya Mori, once the umpires come back and make their decision. This decision is a pretty easy one from multiple angles. Sugimoto got down the line. Tip your hat to the big fella for running hard, as he was able to beat that out on the back end, preventing the double play from occurring. And that is the call from the home plate umpire. They came out and have given the safe sign, as he is safe at first base. So Sugimoto, the runner at first, is safe. I wonder, one thing I've never thought about is, can you have multiple reviews on the same play? Because that play at second base was very, very close as well. And how they would handle that. Would you review the play at first, and then go to replay the one at second? Well, that brings Mori to the plate. He's batting .283. He's got 7 homers and 28 RBIs. And the first pitch from Bauer is on the way. It is a breaking ball swung on. This ball is lifted into deep right field, but not deep enough. There's going to be plenty of room there for the right fielder, Oda, who camps out underneath it and makes the grab. And that is going to do it here, as that will retire the Buffaloes in their half of the inning. Well, they got no runs in the inning. There were no hits, no errors, and there was a runner left aboard. We are now through one complete. Your score is the BayStars 0 and the Buffaloes 0. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back with the top of the second inning when we return right after this. Welcome back, everybody. It's 0 BayStars and Buffaloes. We'll be back in just a moment with all the action right after this.
Hello, this is Eric Fox, formerly of the Oakland A's and Texas Rangers baseball teams. If you want to learn about Japanese baseball, see Coach Fred of Last Raps Baseball. If you want baseball instruction, see Coach Fred. If you want to learn about golf, do not go to Coach Fred. Fred, what kind of club is this?
At Last Raps Baseball, we know baseball. Welcome back, everybody. The top of the second inning is going to be coming up here shortly, as Yamashita has completed his warm-up tosses. It'll be the heart of the BayStar batting order to come to bat. It'll be Shugo Maki, Tyler Austin, and Masayuki Kuwabara to face the young right-hander. He is having himself a great start to the season, as we said, to his NPB career. 5 wins and no losses for the rookie, as he is now working into his 44th inning. He has been absolutely brilliant. He began the night with a 0.84 ERA, and he has only been improving. So here comes the first offering to Shugo Maki. That's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1. Maki on the season hitting .284. He's got 10 homers and 37 runs batted in. He hits from the right side against the right-hander Yamashita, who delivers a fastball. This one is swung on, is belted into deep left field. Giving chase on it is Chano. It's going to get down for a base hit. Digging for 2 is Maki. Here comes the throw, and it's going to be cut off by Kirby-Ashi. And standing up at second with a leadoff double is Maki. That is going to bring the designated hitter Tyler Austin to the plate. So a good piece of hitting there by Maki as he continues to swing the hot stick. The last time we saw the BayStars play a couple of weeks ago, he was just starting to really get it going, as he is slowly inching his average up toward the 300 mark. But the power is there for Maki right there in the heart of the order as well. So Tyler Austin coming to bat. He's hitting .281 on the season. He's got no homers and 4 runs batted in. American right-handed hitter waiting on the first offering from Yamashita, who delivers a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count is 1-0. Austin has found himself a home in Yokohama. Maybe not literally, but certainly in terms of a playing spot. Almost some unfortunate events for the American, as he began his career with the New York Yankees and suffered some injury. Had a pretty good start to his career. Here's the pitch. It is a fastball that misses up and away, and the count now goes to 2-0 on Austin. And he bounced around a little bit, found himself in the Giants organization with the Twins. I also believe he was with the Brew Crew. And never was able to get his sea legs in the United States and took his act over to Japan. And now he is in the uniform of the BayStars again this season. So here comes the 2-0 offering. As the pitch is on the way, it's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into deep center field. And this ball is going to be off the wall as Nakagawa is going to have to play it. Rounding third and heading home is Mackey. Here comes the throw, and it's going to drive the first run of the ball game in. An absolute scorched double to straightaway center field. Austin rattles it off the wall. He's going to get himself an RBI. Mackey scores easily from second base, and that's going to put the BayStars up 1-0 here in the second inning. It's a good piece of hitting there by Austin as he really stayed inside the ball. Drove it to straightaway center field. Had quite a bit of carry to it. And it was interesting the way that Nakagawa had to play it off the wall because he was giving chase, and he had to turn around and then retreat to be able to play it off the hop. But he did play it fairly well to get that ball back in and to hold Austin to a double. Well, that's going to bring up Masayuki Kuwabara to the plate. Kuwabara having himself a nice season. He's hitting .302 with a couple homers and 17 RBIs. And the first pitch is a fastball that swung on and fouled away, and the count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Just to go back to Austin for a minute, this is his 4th year in a BayStar uniform. He had gone over to Japan in 2020. He has a career .289 average playing in Japan, but as productive as he was in his first 2 years. Comes the pitch. It is a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and now Kuwabara is in the hole at 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. Just a programming note, we are going to be back on the airwaves again tomorrow night. We just haven't decided what we're going to pick up and do. I think we're going to look to see what the starting pitcher matchups will bring, and then we'll make our announcement at some point midday. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. It's a fastball that misses outside. They appeal down to the first base umpire, but they say that Kuwabara didn't go, and that's going to run the count to 1-2. We get the replay look at that one there, and it was close. You have to agree with the first base umpire. I don't think he went around. So 1 ball and 2 strikes it is. As the right-hander checks the runner, Austin at second. Here's the pitch. It's a breaking ball swung on and lifted foul. It's going to reach the seats behind the first base dugout. That's going to keep the count at 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. It is to Kuwabara. Yamashita gets a new ball. He gets the rosin bag, rubs it up. And now he's ready to go back to work as he gets his sign from his catcher, Mori. Austin, the runner at second base, jockeying with the pitcher a little bit. Here's the pitch. It's a split finger pitch, swung on and missed. And that is going to retire Kuwabara. He's going to be gone for the first out of the inning. That pitch fell right off the table as the right-hander was able to blow it by him for out number 1. So 1 gone here, and that's going to bring him Yota Kyoda to the plate. For Kyoda, he gets the start at shortstop. He's hitting .242 with a homer and 5 RBIs. The right-hander ready to go here as the left-handed hitting Kyoda waits in. As he checks the runner, does Yamashita. Now he kicks and delivers. It's a slow breaking ball that misses inside, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Full slate of games across the NPB tonight, and we'll keep you updated on those as we move along in this one. But all games are in interleague action, and there will be games on Monday of next week because there were some rainouts that need to be made up. Right-hander Yamashita holds set. Now he kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball that drops in for another strike. Check that. That's 1 ball and 1 strike to Kyoda. There is scoring around the NPB and other action as the Chinichi Dragons have taken a 2-0 lead over the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles. That game's still in the first inning. And the Yakult Swallows have a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the first over the Saitama Seibu Lions. Here comes the 1-1 from Yamashita. As he kicks and delivers, it's a fastball swung on. It is grounded on a hop over to first. It was knocked down by the first baseman, Tongu. He kept it in front of him, and he had to flip it to the pitcher covering. That's going to go down as a ground out 3-1 for the second out of the inning. So 2 up and 2 away, and that's going to bring up the catcher, Hikaru Ito. Well, for Ito, he's hitting .238. He's got no homers and 3 runs batted in. We were saying at the outset, he and Bauer, when they worked together early on, they were not on the same page. And I think now that this is the 6th start for the American, he's starting to feel more comfortable working with his counterpart. The 34-year-old catcher digs in here, waiting on the first offering from Yamashita. Right-hander against the right-hander. And here's the first offering. It's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1. Only 11 pitches for Yamashita in the first inning. He's had to work a little harder here in the second. This is going to be the 15th pitch of the inning. Here's the 0-1. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count now goes to 0-2. Expect tonight that both of these pitchers will rack up the strikeouts over time. Yamashita already has 2 in the books for himself. Bauer opened his account with the first batter of the game that he faced. I would think 1 per inning would be on the docket for both of these arms. Here comes the 0-2 pitch as the right-hander holds set. And now he kicks and delivers. There's a fastball that misses up and away, and the count goes to 1-2 on Ito. As we said, it was a little disappointing to see the crowd tonight. The lower bowl is a little bit more full, but certainly the upper bowl and the upper deck, missing a lot of people in those seats, that's for sure. Here's the 1-2. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count now goes to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Right-hander Yamashita ready to go again as he gets the sign from Tomoya Mori. He nods in agreement, and now he works to the set. He checks the runner at third, which is Austin. And now he kicks and delivers. It's a slow breaking ball. Take it for a called third strike. Oh, Ito stood there like the house by the side of the road. He watched it go by for out number 3. And that is going to do it here for the BayStars in their half of the second. Well, they opened the scoring. They had a run in the inning on 2 hits. It was back-to-back doubles by Mackey and Austin that provided the run. There were no errors and 1 runner left aboard. We are now moving to the bottom of the second inning. Your score is the BayStars 1 and the Buffaloes 0. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back with the call in just a few. Whether you listen live or on delay, we appreciate you all for being here. Here's our good friend Steve Rademacher. Be sure to check him out after the game.
This is Steve Rademacher, and I'd like to introduce you to my channel if you haven't seen it before. These are all the things I enjoy: sports, autographs, relics, non-sports Hall of Famers, pseudo-sports, Star Wars. That's my channel name and my name, and I would really appreciate it if you would come check me out and maybe even subscribe if you like it. Thank you for that for now, and back to your ball game.
That's right, everybody. Be sure to check out Steve after the game. We'll be back in just a couple moments with all the action as we're going to the bottom of the second inning. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be Yuma Tongu, Kai Nakagawa, and Marwin Gonzalez to come to bat here to face Trevor Bauer in the second inning. So the 5, 6, and 7 hitters face the right-hander here as he's ready to go back for inning number 2 of work. Only 13 pitches for Bauer in his half of the inning. The first pitch is a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike. The count is 0-1 to Tongu. Tongu enjoying a nice season, picking up where he left off in the Japan series, hitting a cool .331 with a homer and 14 RBIs as he swings through a 95-mile-an-hour fastball, and the count now goes to 0-2. When Bauer first was signed, he chose the number 96. That's what he wanted his average four-seam fastball to be at. I don't know if he has quite reached that, as that one is at 95 that misses upstairs. The count is 1-2. I'd like to see the Japanese version of the StatCast. Here comes the 1-2 pitch as Bauer rocks into the windup and delivers. There's a fastball swung on, and it's lifted foul right behind home plate. The count remains at 1-2 to Tongu. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. If you get a chance to look at Bauer's YouTube page, he does a pretty good job of dissecting how he throws pitches and how he works on some of his stuff. Lots of good information. There's a fastball that is swung through and missed, and Tongu is down on strikes. He's out for out number 1 here in the second. It's going to bring up center fielder Kai Nakagawa. I had a chance. I was watching a different Bauer video. It was actually an ESPN video when Bauer was pitching or batting actually against the Pittsburgh Pirates in interleague play when he was playing for the Cleveland Indians, and he was imitating a different teammates' batting stances through the at-bat, whether it be Mike Aviles, Ryan Rayburn, and the other one was Jason Kipnis. He was changing his stance every pitch. There's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike. The count is 0-1, and he was able to work himself about a 10-pitch at-bat to earn himself a walk as he had fouled off pitches and had battled the pitcher for the Pirates. There's a fastball that misses up and in. Count is 1-1. So I'm kind of curious to see if he would do something like that in the Japanese league. I think that would be kind of neat, especially to some of his teammates. There's a fastball that misses upstairs. The count is now 2-1. Mike Aviles used to have quite the waggle of the bat, and Rayburn used to cock his elbows, and then Kipnis used to lay the bat backwards, very much like Mickey Tettleton used to do. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. There's a fastball that swung on. This is going to be lifted foul into the seats down the right field line. And the count is going to 2-2 on Nakagawa. Nakagawa is hitting .265 on the season. He's got 6 homers and 24 runs batted in. He has the start in center field tonight. He has moved up and down the order this year. The pitch is on the way. It's a fastball swung on. It is lined into right field. It's going to get down for a base hit in front of the right fielder Oda as he picks it up, and that is going to be a 1-out single for Nakagawa. That's going to bring up the second baseman, Marwin Gonzalez. Nice piece of hitting there by Nakagawa to stay inside the ball, inside out the swing into right field. While Gonzalez strides to the plate, he's batting .242. He's got 7 homers and 17 runs batted in. Nakagawa establishes his lead over at first, be keeping an eye on him. He's only got 1 stolen base this year, but maybe they've picked up the same scouting report that the others have, as there's a breaking ball that misses inside to Gonzalez, and the count is 1-0. Gonzalez has inched his batting average up to .242. He also has 7 homers on the season. He switch hitting a second baseman waits on the offering, and it's a fastball that misses, and the count now goes to 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. They had Ryo Adachi had made some appearances last week. His first appearances of the year for the Buffaloes, coming off of injury. Gonzalez has been holding down the spot at second base a little bit, although we've seen him at short and at first base as well. We haven't seen him play in the outfield yet for the Buffaloes, but he can do that as well as they throw over to first base, and getting back in time is the runner Nakagawa. So 2 balls and no strikes to Gonzalez, as he is waggling the bat, waiting here on the offering from Bauer. As Bauer holds to the set position. Now he kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball, swung on a miss. There goes the runner down to second. The throw is not in time, as that is going to be a stolen base. Yet another one off of Bauer. So that is going to run the count to 2-1 to Gonzalez, but Nakagawa was able to get there. We're going to take a look as a pretty good jump on the pitcher there. The throw was on the money, but just a little bit late. Curious to see what they're seeing in Bauer. So 2 balls and 1 strike as the right-hander ready to go back to work again. But Nakagawa is in scoring position with 1 gone. Bauer holds set now, delivers. It's a breaking ball that misses up and away, and the count goes to 3-1. So 3 balls and 1 strike to Marwin Gonzalez. Gonzalez will be followed by Kotaro Kobayashi and Takamasa Chano. So 3 balls and 1 strike. Bauer is leaning in, looking at the offering from the Looking at the signals from the catcher, Ito, and now he's ready to go. He checks the runner at second, and now he kicks and fires. There's a breaking ball that drops in, and now it's going to run the count to 3-2. But Bauer can be pitching behind in the count and throwing his off speed for strikes. It could be very, very tough here in this one. So 3 balls and 2 strikes it is. They're keeping the runner close at second as they're nestled in behind Nakagawa. Here comes the 3-2. As Bauer holds set, now delivers. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away. It's going to keep the count at 3-2 to Gonzalez. 29 pitches now for the American right-hander as he's trying to get through here. They have fans in the stands are holding up the Venezuelan flag in honor of Marwin. He got himself a pretty good big league career. Remember most as an Astro, but he bounced around a little bit toward the end. He was with the Red Sox and the Twins and the Yankees. But Houston was probably the spot where he was best known for his ball. As he's asked for time and stepped out, now we're going to get himself reset. We're going to do it again. Here comes the 3-2. And now Bauer steps off, and he's asking the catcher Ito to run through the signs again. And now Gonzalez steps out. We got gamesmanship all over the place. So 3 balls and 2 strikes, and hopefully now we're ready to go again as Bauer now comes set. Checks the runner at second. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away. It's going to reach the seats over on the third base side, and that's going to keep the count at 3-2 to Gonzalez. A little bit of a battle shaping up here. That's pitch number 7 so far in this at-bat, so Gonzalez will get himself a quality at-bat. If they keep the quality at-bat similar to what the Texas Rangers used to do, and that is anytime you get 8 pitches or more, it's considered that you have battled the pitcher and you get yourself a quality at-bat, no matter your result. Here's the 3-2. It's a breaking ball swung on and missed. And Gonzalez is down on strikes for out number 2 here in the inning. A great pitch from Bauer as it fell off the table. It was a breaking ball that had come inside and was knee-high by the time it finished. That's a very difficult pitch. Gonzalez swings through it, and that is going to retire him for the second out of the inning. It'll bring up the shortstop, Kotaro Kobayashi. Well, for Kobayashi, he's hitting .257 on the season. He's got 3 homers and 14 runs driven in. That's from the right side against the right-handed throwing Bauer, who kicks and delivers a fastball that gets away from the catcher and it gets all the way to the backstop. Oh, this could be trouble. And this is going to score the run all the way from second base on a pass ball off the catcher. That's not going to be a wild pitch. I don't know if he and Ito got crossed up. That pitch there deflected off the glove, went all the way to the backstop, and then it kicked around and made its way up the third baseline. And the runner, Nakagawa, able to come around all the way from second base. That pitch looked like it was a cross-up. It looked like Ito wanted something away. Bauer came inside with the pitch, and it had some arm side run to it. It ran right away from the catcher, and that is going to even the score here at 1-1. But I don't know if it was the spot or the location, but certainly the pitch from Bauer that ran inside and the catcher was moving to the outside part of the dish. So here's the 1-0 to Kobayashi, and it's a breaking ball that misses down. The count is now 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. Again, it makes you wonder about the communication. Our friend Yang in the house here, he says, that's awkward. It sure was. There's a fastball swung on it. It's grounded up the middle. Diving to his right is Mackey. He throws to first, and it's going to get by Austin. Backing up the play is Ito. Here's the throw down to second, and it's going to be not in time. Oh, we've got some interesting defense happening here. That's going to go down as an error on the second baseman, Mackey, and is going to allow Kobayashi to get all the way into second base with 2 gone here. Watch that again on the replay. Good effort there by Mackey to dive to his left. He's on his knees. He goes to fire to first. He probably would have had him had the throw been on line. That ball gets away, and the next thing you know is we've got everything else happening. So looks like we've got a conference on the mound here as they've come out to talk to Bauer. The interpreter, the pitcher, the infield is in. Probably more of a maintenance piece as it's going to be Takamasa Chano coming to bat. And probably also more in the line of to give him a little bit of a rest, as Bauer has already thrown 21 pitches here in the inning. So Chano coming to bat here. He is hitting .271. He's got a homer and 17 runs batted in. So he steps in here from the left side, waiting on the first offering from Bauer. The rookie is having himself a decent campaign for sure. Here's the first pitch. It's a breaking ball that misses down for ball 1. The count is 1-0. One of the things that I felt, at least the difference with Bauer is it looked like he was falling in love with his breaking stuff a little too early in the ball game, and we're seeing that pattern again here. Lots of off-speed stuff early in the game. Don't know if that's the battle plan or not, but we talked about maybe establishing the fastball a little bit better. There's a breaking ball that misses down and in, and the count is now 2-0. Be interesting to get his thoughts on that. So 2 balls and no strikes. As the left-handed hitting Chano waiting here on the offering from Bauer, who kicks and delivers. There's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count now goes to 3-0. They do have an open base, and it is Taishi Haruka who is on deck. You can see that Bauer is a little bit agitated, probably from that cross-up pitch to the catcher, where Ito basically whiffed on it. Here's the 3-0. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count goes to 3-1. So Chano getting the green light at 3-0. That's an interesting decision. Curious to see. I'm pretty sure they would have ruled that a pass ball and not a wild pitch. I'll have to go back and look at that. Can't see if they have anything specifically there. It doesn't give us anything in the box score. So here's the 3-1 pitch. There is a breaking ball that just misses. It's going to be ball 4. And Chano is aboard with a walk. That's going to put runners at first and second. It'll bring up the top of the order in Taishi Haruka. Not quite what they were looking for. The BayStar brass is, you can see their body language a little bit. They're kind of bemoaning that. That's going to be the second walk issued here in this one by Bauer. With the top of the order, Haruka coming to bat here with 2 gone and runners at first and second. For Haruka, he's over 1 tonight. He struck out his first time up to begin the ball game. His averages dipped to 179. There's a breaking ball that misses upstairs for a ball. The count is 1-0. Again, the breaking ball is the piece that, as I said before, Bauer seems to be falling in love with his off-speed stuff. When you've got the 96-mile-an-hour fastball as your target, or average fastball as your target, You got to use it and command both sides of the dish. There's a fastball swung on and missed. That one there was up to 97 miles an hour. So 1 ball and 1 strike. You put a little extra on that one. Overmatched would be the word I would use on Haruka there. So 1 ball and 1 strike. As he holds set to the belt. And now he kicks and fires. There's a fastball swung on and missed. And that one dialed up to 98 miles an hour. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Let's see if he can dial it up again and maybe blow it by at 99 or 100. So as Bauer leans in, he gets the sign from Ito. And now he works to the set position. Here comes the 1-2. He kicks and fires. It's a breaking ball taken for a called third strike. Oh, that was masterful. Heater, and then a breaking ball that buckles the knees of the hitter. And that is the second time he's retired Haruka on strikes here this evening. But they did get a run back in the inning. It was a run. There was on 1 hit. There was 1 error, and there were 2 runners left aboard. It was the pass ball off the glove of Ito that ended up going all the way to the backstop that brought home the tying run. We're now through 2 innings, everybody. We'll be back in just a few. Your score is the BayStars 1 and the Buffaloes 1. Hang tight. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back, everybody. It is Interleague play, and it's the back half of the Interleague, as this is the 4th series that has started tonight. There are scores from the out-of-town scoreboard. 2-0 right now for the Dragons over the Eagles. That is in the bottom of the 2nd inning. The Swallows still have a 1-0 lead over the Lions. That is in the top of the 2nd. The Hiroshima Toyo Carp are out to a 2-0 lead. That's in the bottom of the 3rd against the Chibalote Marines. As the first pitch is a fastball delivered to Takuma Hayashi, taken for a ball. Count is 1-0. It's Hayashi, Ota, and Sakane here to face Yamashita in the top of the 3rd inning. Here's the 1-0 on the way. It's a fastball that catches the outside corner for a called strike. The count is 1-1. And the other game, it is the Hawks with a 3-0 lead over the Giants. That's in the top of the 3rd inning at the PayPay Dome in Fukuoka. So here's the 1-1 pitch. Here's a slow breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count now goes to 1-2 on Hayashi. Hayashi batting 150 on the season, no homers and 3 RBIs. As we said, Miyazaki not in the starting lineup tonight. But he is the replacement here. There's a slow breaking ball swung on. It is fouled off into the lead foot of the batter, and that's going to keep the count at 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Other news and notes from around the NPB. As we were talking earlier on about certain things, there were the Players of the Week were named, or I should say Players of the Month. As time has been called, as Hayashi steps out, it's still going to be 1-2. In the Pacific League, it was swept by the Fighters this month. It was Takayuki Kato of the Fighters was named Pitcher of the Month. Here's the 1-2. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away. It's going to reach the temporary seats down the left field line. Count remains at 1-2. The Fighters' Chusei Manami was named the Player of the Month. He is, last time we looked, leading the Pacific League in home runs. Here's the 1-2 pitch. As the right-hander kicks and delivers, it's a slow breaking ball swung on. It is grounded softly over to second. Gonzalez fields it. He throws to first. Hayashi's going to be retired on a ground out 4-3 for the first out of the inning. So a 1 up and 1 away, and it'll bring up the top of the order in Taishi Oda. For Oda tonight, he is 0 for 1. He struck out looking his first time up. He got the start in right field here tonight. As far as the Central League is concerned, the pitcher of the month was Kitaro Otake of the Hanshin Tigers. The Dragons' Seiya Hosokawa. As there's a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count is 1-0. Was the player of the month for the Dragons. I believe Hosokawa, if I'm not mistaken, was a Yokohama DeNa BayStar. Here's the 1-0. It's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike it is to Oda. Right-hander works to the set and now delivers. Slow breaking ball that catches the outside corner. Now the count goes to 1-2. This has got all the makings of a heater coming up here for Oda. I'd be on guard if I was him. I think Yamashita is going to give you something high and hard. After watching that off-speed stuff go away. Here comes the 1-2. Nope, it's a breaking ball that swung on and missed. He went right back to the well, did Oda, and that's going to retire Oda for the second out of the inning. Nice pitching there by Yamashita. 2 up and 2 away, and that'll leave it up to the left fielder, Taiki Sekene. Well, for Sekene tonight, he is 0 for 1. He grounded to the shortstop his first time up. Facing Yamashita for the second time here tonight. Young right-hander gets his sign from his catcher, Mori, and he's ready to go to work. Here's the first offering. It's a breaking ball that misses outside, and the count is quickly 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Left-handed hitting. Sekene waiting here on the offering as the pitcher delivers a fastball swung on. It is grounded off the glove of the pitcher, Yamashita, over to the second baseman, Gonzalez, who fields it, throws on the run, and that is going to do it here, as that's going to go on the books as a 1-6-3 ground out. That'll end it here, 1-4-3 ground out for the third out of the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We are now through 2.5. Your score is the BayStars 1 and the Buffaloes 1. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back with the call of the bottom of the third inning when we return in just a moment. Appreciate you guys for being here with us.
Hello? Oh, hey. Yep. I'm just sitting here listening to Freddie call another game here on YouTube. Oh, yeah, going really good. He's calling a great game. Really exciting. Lots of stuff going on. You're lucky it's commercial break right now. I got a second. Oh, yeah, of course I'm having a cold one. Oh, yeah, got plenty of videos coming up this week. You should stop in. Check them out. Leave a like, tell other people. But, Freddie's coming back. I got to go catch the game. I will check in with you later. You have a good night, buddy. Bye.
Welcome back, everybody. It's going to be the bottom of the third inning, and coming to bat for the Buffaloes will be Tomoya Noguchi, Yataro Sugimoto, and Tomoya Mori. The 2, 3, and 4 hitters to face Trevor Bauer in his third inning of work. 43 pitches for the right-hander through the first 2 innings. As he's ready to go back to work here against Noguchi, who walked his first time up. And the first pitch is on the way. It's a fastball that swung on and fouled away, and the count is quickly 0-1. That last pitch was at 96 miles an hour. Bauer has started to exhibit his fastballs a little bit more in that last half inning. Here's the pitch. There's a breaking ball that misses inside, and the count goes to 1-1. So 1-1 it is. As I mentioned before, when we've done some of the other ball games, there's a fastball swung on it, is grounded over to second, fielded by Mackey, who throws to first. That is going to retire Noguchi on a ground out 4-3 for the first out of the inning. So 1 up and 1 away. That is going to bring up the designated hitter, Yataro Sugimoto. Well, for Sugimoto, his first time up, he bounced into a fielder's choice. Good piece of running by the Buffaloes designated hitter as he's able to get down the line to prevent a double play. Keep the inning alive, but nothing was able to come from it. Here's the first pitch from Bauer. It's a fastball swung on, is grounded over to third, fielded by Hayashi, who throws it on one bounce over to first, and that is going to retire Sugimoto. It's going to go down as a ground out 5-3 for the second out of the inning. So 2 up and 2 away, and that'll bring up the catcher Tomoya Mori. Well, for Mori, he is 0 for 1 tonight. He's flown out to right field his first time up. This is exactly what the doctor ordered for Trevor Bauer, as he's only thrown 4 pitches here in the inning. He's been able to retire the first couple of batters he's faced. He had himself a workman-like inning in the last half where he delivered 20-plus pitches. Here's the first offering to Mori. It's a fastball that misses upstairs for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. Mori has been a run producer for the Buffaloes. He's driven in 28 so far this year, accompanied by his 7 home runs. There's a breaking ball that misses inside. They appeal over to the third base umpire, but they say Mori didn't go. Runs the count to 2 balls and no strikes. So 2 balls and no strikes to Mori. As the right-hander rocks into the windup, and now he delivers. It's a fastball that misses up and away. It's now 3 balls and no strikes. You can see tonight that Bauer is fighting the command of his pitches. As we said, he's issued 2 walks already here in the first 2 innings. And here comes the 3-0. It's a fastball that carves the plate right in half. That's going to run the count now to 3-1. So 3 balls and 1 strike it is. Right-hander ready to go again as he's getting his sign from Ito. As he rocks into the motion and delivers, it's a breaking ball that just misses. I'm not sure where that pitch was, and Bauer did a turnaround, and he's ticked off. I'd like to see that one again on the replay. Boy, that pitch looked pretty good. You sometimes see that in Japan. Bauer's frustrated. He's doing a little bit of a walkabout on the mound, but that is ball 4 to Mori. Veteran call probably to the catcher. So he is aboard with a walk. That brings up Yuma Tongu to the plate. So Tongu is 0 for 1 tonight. He struck out his first time up. Seen his average dip to 329. Here's the first pitch. It's a fastball. There goes the runner, Mori, down to second. The throw is in time, and they've nailed him. That's going to be caught stealing. They did themselves a favor. He's going to be in the books 2-6 for the third out of the inning. And that will do it here. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left aboard. We're now through 3 complete. Your score is the BayStars 1, the Buffaloes 1. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments right after this. Appreciate you guys for being with us.
Well, you got to have an ace in the hole, a little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play, but you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just one roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole. Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the 3, 4, and 5 hitters to come to bat for the BayStars. That means it's going to be Sano, Mackey, and Austin. Our friend Yang was laughing in the chat and says even Maury tried to steal in that last half inning. You're absolutely correct. They're running as will on Bauer when he's on the mound. As we said, it looks like they may have picked up something. And obviously, not just them. It's been every team so far. Certainly the team that was really exposing him was the Hiroshima Carp, as they faced Bauer 2 of the first 3 times. And so he was tipping something off, maybe not mixing his slide step well enough with his regular delivery. But that is going to bring Sano to the plate, who is 0 for 1. He lined out to end the first inning to the first baseman. So he bats here facing the right-hander Yamashita, who kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on. This is lifted into deep left center field. But there's going to be plenty of space for the left fielder Chano, who's there to make the catch. And with one pitch, we have one away here in the 4th inning. That'll bring up the second baseman, Shugo Maki. Well, for Maki, he is 1 for 1 tonight. He had a double his first time up. He scored the first run of the ball game for the BayStars. He bats here with 1 gone in the 4th. He was easily able to figure out the young right-hander. Here's the first pitch. It's a slow breaking ball that misses for ball 1. The count is 1-0. Aki with that double in the second inning has raised his season average to 288. And the pitch on the way, it's a fastball that misses down, and the count now goes to 2-0. Maki is certainly a dangerous hitter. We were talking before in one of our other streams and said that one of the positions that the Japanese really pump out a lot of players is at second base. Of course, the catching position, they develop their catchers as well. Ariel Martinez, I think, was the first time in 20 years when he was with the Chinichi Dragons that a import catcher was starting. As the breaking ball drops in for a called strike, the count is now 2-1. To Shugo Maki. The right-hander works set. Now he's ready to go as he kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball swung on. This ball is lifted into deep left field. But there's going to be room as Chano is underneath it, and he's going to put that one away. So Chano, a busy man here in the 4th inning, as both of the putouts have gone to him. 2 up and 2 away. That is going to bring up the designated hitter, Tyler Austin. Well, for Austin, he is 1 for 1 tonight. He's got a double and has driven in the only run for the Yokohama DeNa BayStars. As both he and Shugo Maki, their first time up, went back-to-back doubles. Maki's going to lament that a little bit. I think he felt that he missed that one. There's a first pitch delivered to Austin, and it swung on and fouled away. It's going to right into the seats down the first base line. That's going to run the count to 0-1. Austin slowly starting to put some numbers together as he's entered the game hitting 281. As we said a couple of years ago, he really had himself a good start to his NPB campaign, not so much last year. So Austin ready to get the offering here from the right-hander Yamashita. As it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Here comes the pitch. It's a breaking ball that misses up and in, and the count goes to 2-1 on Tyler Austin. Right-handed hitting American raised his average up to 303 with that knock earlier, but he's only got just over 30 at-bats. Here comes the 2-1. It's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count now goes to 2-2. Nice pitch there by Yamashita. Yamashita being very effective here in his 4th inning of work. 50 pitches now as he's reached the halfway to the century mark. Here's the 2-2. As he kicks and delivers, it's a split finger pitch and misses well outside. Runs the count to 3-2 on Austin. Kind of wonder what both of these pitchers' pitch counts will be. In the last start for Bauer, he went over 100. It's right up his alley. Probably he's chuckling and saying that to himself that they wouldn't let him do that in Major League Baseball, but here in Japan, going over north of 100 pitches is absolutely nothing. Here's the 3-2. As the right-hander delivers, it's a fastball swung on and missed. And Austin is down on strikes for the third out of the inning, and that will do it here for the BayStars. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left the board. As they go in order, we're going to be moving to the bottom of the fourth inning. Your score is the BayStars won, the Buffaloes won. Hang around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few, and we appreciate everybody for jumping in here with us today.
Hello, guys. Thank you for joining Freddie here on his baseball game. And I'm Steve Rademacher, and my channel is really all about everybody, including all my international friends. We have such stuff as non-sport packs from Canada, the OP Cheese. We have the Greek Freak. We have money from around the world. We have lira. We have yen. We have francs. We have pounds. We have Deutschmarks. We have all kinds of cool stuff like that. We even have some cooler things like Japanese women wrestlers and OP-Chi baseball cards where I cannot read the back. We even have unopened material like the royal family, I know it's backwards, from London, England. Thank you for watching. Back to Freddie.
Appreciate you there, Steve, and the support you give to our channel. And in turn, we support Steve Rademacher. Be sure to check him out after the ball game. We are moving here to the bottom half of the fourth inning. It is going to be Tongu, Nakagawa, and Gonzalez to come to bat. Tongu was at the plate when Tomoya Mori was gunned down trying to steal second back in the third inning. So he's going to start with the fresh count here. For Tongu, he's 0 for 1 tonight. He's got a strikeout in his only trip to the plate. It's 53 pitches for Bauer through the first 3 innings of work. Here's the first pitch. It is a breaking ball that misses down and away. The count is 1-0. I didn't keep the stats of the first pitch strikes. We started to early on as Bauer had some struggles with that. Here's the 1-0 pitch. There's a fastball taken for a called strike. The count now goes even to 1-1 on Tongu. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Certainly pitch efficiency would be something that you'd have to look at here. There's a breaking ball swung on. This ball is belted to the deep left field. This ball is going to be trouble, and this ball is gone. Tongu has tomahawked his second homer of the season into the seats just above the wall there, as it's not quite a lower deck, I would say. And that is going to run the score to 2-1 now on the home run by Tongu. Another issue is Bauer keeping the ball in the yard. That's the 10th home run he has served up now in the 32-plus innings of work. So Tongu gets some high fives. That's going to run the score to 2-1 now. Our friend Yang, same thing. He says, well, absolutely wow. That ball was scorched. It looked like he tomahawked that thing. It looked like it was up in the zone, and he wasted little time riding it out. So Kai Nakagawa steps to the plate, and the first pitch is a fastball swung on and fouled away. Count is quickly 0-1. For Nakagawa, he singled his first time up. He stole second, and he scored all the way from second on a wild pitch back in the second inning. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into right field, but Oda has got time and space, and he's going to haul that one in for the first out of the inning. So 1 gone. That's going to bring up the second baseman, Marwin Gonzalez. You can see that Bauer is frustrated with himself, just the way that when he receives the ball and he's flipping it around out there, you know he's not happy. Well, Gonzalez is stepping to the plate. He is 0 for 1 in this one. And the first pitch from Bauer on the way. It's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike it is. Right-hander gets the side from his catcher, Ito. He rocks into the motion and delivers a changeup that is swung on and missed, and now the count goes to 0-2. That was a nice pitch, but I don't think he wanted that location. It actually looked like that Bauer had thrown a split finger there. I thought it was a change piece, but no, it's a split finger pitch from him. So no balls and 2 strikes. Here's the offering to Gonzalez. It's a fastball. It's taken for a called third strike. That one was at 99 miles an hour, right down the middle. And that retires Gonzalez for out number 2. So 2 away, and that's going to leave it all up to the shortstop, Kotaro Kobayashi. 99 with some arm side run. How about that? That's strikeout number 4 in the books for Bauer. So here's the first pitch to the right-handed hitting shortstop, who swings and pops it up in the infield. It's going to be playable as it's drifting into foul territory, and the catch is going to be made by the first baseman, Sano, and that is going to do it as Kobayashi is down for the 3rd out of the inning. Well, they got a run on the leadoff home run by Yuma Tongu. There was 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left the board. We are now moving to the top of the 5th inning. Your score is the Orix Buffaloes 2 and the Yokohama DeNa BayStars 1. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back in just a few with all the action after this.
Thank you, Freddie. Appreciate your support and everybody out there. Steve again here, obviously, with the Milwaukee Brewers. Of course, we have Bernie Brewer on my favorite beverage of choice right there, along with a card of Bernie. Yay! Now, we got some special guests here. I'm not just talking about our Hall of Fame lineup. I must be in the front row. Hey, come on there, Robin. I got 3,000 hits. What do you have? Well, I was the all-time saves leader, and I got 1.5 feet on you. Okay, Raleigh, settle down, buddy. Now, none of this could be possible without Harvey's Wallbangers. There's Harvey. And who could forget the Fonz? Hey.
Appreciate you there, Steve, and the support you give to our channel. And in turn, we support Steve Rademacher. Be sure to check him out after the ball game. Well, we're going to be getting into the bottom half of the batting order for Yokohama. It's going to be the 6, 7, and 8 hitters to come to bat. That means Masayuki Kuwabara, Yoda Kyoda, and Hikaru Ito to face the right-hander Shinpita Yamashita, who's going to be beginning his 5th inning of work. Well, for Yamashita, he has been brilliant tonight as he's been able to keep the offense in check for the BayStars. He's got 5 strikeouts in his 4 innings of work as the right-hander works to the set position. And now he kicks and delivers. It's a slow breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. No balls and 1 strike it is to the right-handed hitting Kuwabara. 2-1 Buffaloes have the lead, top of the 5th. There was a breaking ball that misses down, and the count now goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to the right-handed hitting center fielder. Ori waiting here for the hitter to get set. He dug himself in, and then he stepped out to redo it again. Here comes the 1-1. As the right-hander kicks and delivers, there's a breaking ball waved at and missed, and the count now goes to 1-2. Kuwabara had a big swing at that one, but really fell off the table. And the variation, I would say, from his split finger pitch is a split finger pitch when it falls down usually has some run to it or tail to it on his arm side. That one there sort of hung up and stayed there straight. There's a fastball swung on. It's grounded over to third, fielded by the third baseman, Haruka. He throws to first. That's going to retire Kuwabara. Ground out 5-3 for the 1st out of the inning. So 1 up and 1 away. That brings up the shortstop, Yoda Kyoda. Well, for Kyoto tonight, he grounded out to the first baseman his first time up. He is 0 for 1 on the affair. Kyoto batting in the 7th spot for the BayStars against the Buffaloes tonight. Here's the first pitch. It's a slow breaking ball that just misses, and the count is quickly 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Right-hander against the left-hander. Yamashita holds set to the belt. He pitches with that way with nobody on. There's a breaking ball that swung on and missed. The count now goes even at 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. As the right-hander now kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on and it's fouled off on the third base side of home plate. And now Kyoto's in the hole at 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2-1. The Buffaloes have the lead over the BayStars. We're in the top of the 5th inning. A wild pitch had brought home Kai Nakagawa all the way from second base. Actually, it's probably a pass ball as there's a fastball that misses inside. And then the solo shot by Tongu gave the Buffaloes their 2 runs. Yokohama had back-to-back doubles by Mackey and Austin. That is how their run has been accounted for. Here comes the 2-2. There's a fastball swung on as lifted foul into the seats down the third base line, and the count remains at 2-2. As we said before, we'll keep an eye on the out-of-town scoreboard. And there is now scoring all the way across the NPB. 2-0. The Fighters have the lead over the Tigers. That's in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Here comes the 2-2. As Yamashita delivers, it's a breaking ball that misses. The count now runs to 3-2. Dragons have a 2-1 lead against the Eagles. That's in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Eagles have got 1 back. Swallows are trailing the Lions 2-1. That's in the bottom of the 3rd. Carp have a 2-1 lead over the Marines. That's in the top of the 5th. Here's the pitch. It's a slow breaking ball swung on. It is grounded past the pitcher and up the middle into center field. That is going to be a base hit for Kyoto. So he worked the pitcher full, and then he was able to get himself a base knock, and that's going to bring up the catcher Hikaru Ito. The other game with a score in it, it is the Hawks over the Giants 3-1. That's in the bottom of the 4th at the PayPay Dome in Fukuoka. It was a good job of hitting there by the left-handed hitting Kyoto. He really stayed back on the ball. Especially an overpowering fastball from Yamashita. You got to be ready for that, but to be able to stay back and drive that ball the other way. Nice piece of hitting there by Kyoto. There's a first pitch breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1 to Ito. Ito tonight 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. We will be taking a break in the proverbial Japanese halftime. That's after the 5th inning where they have the extended break. We will put our music on loop. We'll get a chance to get a stretch out ourselves. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away. Straight back, and the count is 0-2 to Ito. So no balls and 2 strikes. So the right-hander Yamashita ready to go again. Pitch number 66 about to happen. As the right-hander leans in and gets the sign from Mori, checks the runner over at first, and now he works to the set position. And now he kicks and delivers. There's a fastball that misses upstairs. The count goes to 1-2. Haven't seen enough of the BayStar bullpen, but I do like the Buffalo bullpen. So we get into the late watermark here, although I haven't checked the game sheet to see who exactly is on it. We can always do that just to see who they have got. I know Uga Utagawa had been on, Utagawa was on the roster at the early part of the year, but we haven't seen him lately. There's a ground ball back to the pitcher. They go to second for one, back to first, and that is going to be an inning-ending double play. That's going to go as a 1-6-3 variety double play. So it is going to retire Kyoto at second for the first, and Ito gone on the backside for the second out of the inning. No runs in the inning on one hit, no errors, and nobody left the board. We're moving to the bottom of the fifth inning. Your score is the Buffaloes 2 and the BayStars 1. We'll be back in just a couple moments. We'll do a little bit of that homework and see what they got in the back end of the bullpen coming up. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be right back after this.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Welcome back, everybody. 62 pitches through the first 4 innings of work for Trevor Bauer. He's allowed 3 hits and 3 walks. He has struck out 5, but it has been the home run to Tongu that is the difference in this one. He did have a wild pitch that was scored, but that brought home Nakagawa all the way from second. Actually, it was more of a pass ball. I think that's how it's going to go down, as it hit the glove of the pitcher or the catcher. So here we go back to the live action, as it's going to be the 9-1-2 hitters in the batting order, as Takamasa Chano squares to bunt, and he fouls it off down the third base line. That's going to run the count to 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Chano walked his first time up, and he was stranded at first. Waiting here on the offering from Bauer, who rocks and delivers. There's a fastball that misses outside. The count goes even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike it is. Here's the offering now from Bauer. It's a breaking ball that comes inside, and that's going to run the count to 1-2. Wasn't sure if Chano swung at it or if the umpire called it, but he did go up the right hand. So it looks like that was a called pitch, because Chano looked like he may have went around. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. And here comes the pitch. It's a breaking ball swung on and missed. That's going to retire Chano on strikes for the first out of the inning. 1 up and 1 away, and that'll bring up the top of the order in Taishi Haruka. Well, speaking of strikeouts, Haruka has been in the books twice tonight here by Trevor Bauer. He is 0 for 2 in this one. So Bauer taps his hat. He's ready to go back to work. Here comes the first offering, and it's a fastball swung on and is lifted foul over on the first base side, and the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Since coming over in the trade, Haruka's average has now slipped to 175 with a homer and 4 RBIs. He had a good start to his Buffaloes campaign, but really hasn't done much over the last week and a half. There's a breaking ball swung on. This ball has popped up into shallow left field. Giving chase is the shortstop in foul territory, and making the grab is Kyoto, and that is going to retire Haruka for the second out of the inning. So 2 up and 2 away, and that brings up the right fielder Ryoma, or Tomoya Noguchi. I have to adjust my glasses here to be able to see what I'm looking at. Our friend Yang says, personally, I think the videos and music you play between it are a bit loud. Yeah, that's the bit of the problem. Here comes the pitch. There's a fastball that's bunted foul down the third base line, and the count now goes to 0-1. One thing I don't have is a audio mixer to be able to adjust the sound. And so some of the sounds that we picked up either through YouTube or wherever else, some come in at a little bit different pace than others. So we apologize for that. But the next thing that we'll have to make as a purchase will be an audio mixer, and then we can start to control the sound of that a little bit better. There's the 1-1 pitch or 0-1 pitch that is down the dirt. The count is 1-1. But unfortunately, until we get that rectified, you're going to have to bear with us on the loud music on the in-between, or sometimes even soft music. There's a breaking ball that misses, and the count is now 2-1 because we do have a couple that we run, and it's a little bit of a soft piece there. So that's the plan for 2024. We might have to get through this year without it. There's the fastball that misses inside. The count now goes to 3-1 on Noguchi. But we are aware of that, and we appreciate that, Yang, for pointing that out. Because all of a sudden you get the monotone voice of myself, and then the next thing you know is you've got the blaring music or everybody else that just kind of pops at you. Here's the 3-1 pitch. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away. It's going to reach the seats over on the third base side. The count is now 3-2. So it is something that we will have to work on in the future. So 3 balls and 2 strikes as the left-handed hitting Noguchi waiting here on the offering from Bauer, who gets his sign from Ito, and he rocks into the motion. And the 3-2's on the way. That's a breaking ball that's down. That's going to be ball 4. The appeal over to the third base umpire. That is going to be ball 4. As Noguchi is going to be aboard with a 2-out walk. Yet another free pass issued by Bauer here. That is going to be number 4 in our books. That's been one of the highlights for Bauer this year, is his command and his control. As we said, 5 walks in the first 29 innings of work, and tonight he has walked 4 in 4 2/3. Brings up Yutaro Sugimoto to the plate here. Sugimoto tonight is officially 0 for 2. There's a breaking ball missing down and away, and the count is 1-0. He's bounced into a fielder's choice, and he's grounded to third in his 2 trips to the plate. So the big fella digs in on the batter's box here, waiting on the offering from Bauer. And instead, Bauer throws over to first, and getting back in time is the runner. You know, I think that's the first time tonight that I've seen Bauer throw over. Makes you wonder a little bit, too, how much he does throw over to first base. That's another piece. What are his moves like? So 1 ball and no strikes, and he throws over again on succession. So concerned about Noguchi, who's only got 1 stolen base on the year. You might as well run if you can. Nakagawa has a stolen base, and Mori's been thrown out. So they're 1 for 2 right now. Here's the pitch. There's a breaking ball that is taken for a called strike, and the count now goes to 1-1. I think there's some gamesmanship going on, because it looked like Noguchi had started to run to second base, but fired on the brakes. So 1 ball and 1 strike it is to Yutaro Sugimoto. Bauer gets the sign from Ito, and he works to the set. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball swung on a miss. There goes the runner down to second. The throw is in time, but it is dropped by the second baseman, Shugo Maki, and that's going to be a stolen base for Noguchi. I'll have to look at it again. I'm pretty sure if Maki holds on to it, but he doesn't, it handcuffed him. The throw was not the best. It short hopped him. If he catches that ball and he is able to apply the tag, that would have been it. Our friend Yang, who's in the chat, says it was close. Absolutely it was. The throw was a bit of a short hop by Ito, and your infielder's got to catch balls. That's all there is to it. I think Maki will be talking to himself. Well, 1 ball and 2 strikes to Sugimoto here. As Bauer checks the runner and now delivers, there's a breaking ball that he throws his bat on and just fouls it away. It's going to reach the seats down the right field line, and the count is going to remain at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Good job of protecting there by Sugimoto. Just threw his bat at the ball, and there it went down the right field line. So 1 ball and 2 strikes it is. 2 gone here in the 5th inning. Pitch number 79 on the way here for Bauer. And here's the pitch. It's a fastball swung on and missed. He walked the ladder, and he was able to retire Sugimoto on strikes for the 3rd out of the inning. And that will do it here. No runs in the inning, no hits, no errors, but there was a runner left aboard. Yet another Bauer walk. We are going to have the extended 5th inning here. We'll be back in just a few minutes as we're going to take a little break ourselves. Your score is 2-1 as we move to the top of the 6th. Buffaloes over the BayStars. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be right back after this in a bit. Welcome back, everybody. We'll give you a quick summary of this one here as we are in our, like we like to call the Japanese halftime, as it's an extended break between the 5th and the 6th inning. The Orix Buffaloes got the scoring going actually for them, but it was the BayStars got the scoring going in the top of the 2nd inning. Shugo Maki led off the 2nd with a double, and Tyler Austin was able to bring him home with an RBI double. That gave the Yokohama DeNa BayStars a 1-0 lead. Bottom of the 2nd with 1 out, it was a Kai Nakagawa single. He stole 2nd, and then he came home on a pass ball all the way from 2nd base to tie the score at 1. And then in the top of the 4th inning, a leadoff home run by Yuma Tongu has given the Orix Buffaloes a 2-1 lead, and that is where we stand here. As we gave you the rundown just a few moments ago in the out-of-town scoreboard, we'll give you the quick updates there as well. It's now 3-0 for the Fighters over the Tigers. It's in the bottom of the 4th inning at Escon Field. Top of the 5th inning, the Dragons have a 2-1 lead over the Eagles. That is at the Rakuten Mobile Park. The Balluna Dome has the Lions ahead of the Swallows 2-1. It's in the bottom of the 4th inning. Carp have a 2-1 lead over the Chibalote Marines. That's at the Zozo Marine Stadium. That's in the top of the 6th. And the other game is the Hawks 3-1 lead over the Giants. That is in the bottom of the 5th inning. So if you're keeping score tonight, 4-2 right now for the Pacific League teams as they have their lead over their counterparts. Well, we'll be back here in just a couple moments, everybody. We appreciate everybody for bouncing in here tonight, whether you listen live or on delay. We'll be back in just a few as we will give you the action in between, as we are going to be back here in just a minute once we get this one taken care of. We'll be right back here. Welcome back, everybody. We're just waiting for the rest of this to wrap up here in a moment. We'll be back with all the action here as the BayStars and the Buffaloes are battling it out. 2-1 for the Buffaloes. We'll be back in 30 with all the action after this. Welcome back, everybody. Shinpita Yamashita ready to get things going again here as he delivers a first pitch to Takuma Hayashi, the 9-hole hitter, and it's a fastball that misses down and in. The count is 1-0. It is Hayashi and then the top of the order, Oda and Sekene, to come to bat here in their half of the 6th inning for the BayStars. There's the pitch. It is a fastball that misses up and in, and the count now goes to 2-0. We're just taking a quick look at what might be for tomorrow and what might be some of the matchups. We're keeping our eyes on who we may be calling. I don't know if I have anybody in particular that I really want to see, although I have to say, depending on what the weather is like, it is supposed to be rain in the forecast against Chiba and the Carp. There's a fastball taken for a called strike. The count is now 2-1. Would like to see Masahiro Morishita pitch for the Carp as he goes tomorrow night against Ikuya Honmei. And there's a fastball that's swung on and fouled away. The count now is 2-2 to Hayashi. So that's what we're kind of looking at there. Certainly Morishita would be the one I would want to see pitch. But because there is some rain in the forecast, I might try to stay off of that one, as we would try to stay off of pretty much anything that would have rain. There is rain in Osaka, but tomorrow it's Gazelman against the other Yamazaki. There's a fastball swung on his chop foul down the line over at third base. The count remains at 2-2 to Hayashi. So we could come back and do Robert Gazelman and Yamazaki tomorrow night, but we'll have to make a decision on that tomorrow, and we'll post it up early in the day. In some ways, we'd like to see some of the other teams before this interleague is done. So here's the pitch. It is a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count now goes to 3-2 on Hayashi. 73 pitches now for the right-hander, Yamashita. As the right-hander works to the belt, and now he's ready to deliver. He kicks and he fires. It's a fastball that misses inside. That's going to be ball 4, a leadoff walk here for Hayashi to begin the 6th inning. That's going to bring up the top of the order in Oda. You certainly don't want to pitch to the bottom part of the order and allow them to get on base. That is a bit of a no-no, but it's certainly you're setting the table to bring the big boys up to hit. So the runner at first is Hayashi. It's the top of the Mortar Oda. I wonder if they'll have Oda bunting in this situation. He is 0 for 2 tonight. He is struck out looking and swinging. His average has slid to 140. So here comes the first offering from the righty Yamashita, who works to the belt. And he fires over to first base, and diving back is the runner Hayashi. Hayashi does have a stolen base this year. I would think you have to keep an eye on him, as they can try to get him into scoring position without having to waste a bunt. So here comes the first offering to Oda. And he pitches a slow breaking ball that misses upstairs for ball one, and the count is 1-0. While Yamashita has digging himself a little bit of a hole here. Walking the first batter, and now gone 1-0 here to Oda. Checks the runner at first. Here we go. Here comes the offering. Here's the pitch. And there's a fastball swung on, and this is going to be lifted into the seats over on the third base dugout side. And that's going to run the count now to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. This game had a pretty good clip to it through the first 5. Let's see if they can sustain the pace here for the back 4 innings. 1 ball and 1 strike it is to Oda, as Yamashita holds at the belt. Here's the pitch. There's the fastball. It's taken for a called strike. And that's going to be a stolen base, as the runner Hayashi was on the move. He's going to steal that one cleanly, not even drawing a throw from Tomoya Mori. We're going to look at that replay there. Mori caught the ball. He came up ready to throw, and it was a great jump by the base runner. Well, that's got him in scoring position with nobody out. But Oda is in the hole here at 1-2. So here comes the 1-2 offering as Oda waggles the bat. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball swung on, and is grounded foul just past the first base coach's box, and it's going to keep the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes to Oda. It was more of a self-defense swing than anything else. It looked like Oda was just trying to fight the pitch off inside. And he was able to ground it foul. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. As the right-hander leans in, gets the sign, he works set to the belt. And here's the pitch. It's a split-finger pitch, swung on and missed, and Oda is going to get tagged out. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes tonight. He has not been able to unlock the pitcher here whatsoever. So Yamashita definitely in control of Oda. Oda's gone for the first out. That's going to bring up the left fielder Taiki Sekine. Well, for Sekine tonight, he is 0 for 2. He's grounded to short and grounded into a double. Actually, grounded into a 1-4-3 put out his last time up. So he bats here with a runner at second and 1 gone. So here's the first pitch. It's a fastball that misses up and away, and the count is 1-0. Considering he's hitting in the 2 spot tonight, he has had some RBI production. He's had 23 runs batted in. So here comes the 1-0 offering as the right-hander ready to deliver. And here comes the pitch. It's a slow breaking ball that misses upstairs, and the count is now 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. Yamashita looks like he is tiring. I think if I'm the Buffaloes, I'm trying to get him through this half inning here. We get through this half inning, can turn it over to the bullpens. Here's the pitch. It's a slow breaking ball. It's a check swing, grounded foul over by the bag at third base. The third baseman for the Buffaloes, Haruka, probably would have had a tough play to make over at first base. A nice piece of hitting there by Sekene just to get that ball almost in play. It almost was right down the third baseline, but just ended up going foul a little bit. That's going to run the count to 2-1. Talk about how the Asian players really use their hands. It's an attribute that the North American players don't really have like they used to. Here comes the 2-1. It's a fastball swung on, and it's going to be lifted into the seats over on the third base side, and the count is now 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Thinking about just how they are able to get their bat to the ball. Excellent bat-to-ball skills by the Japanese. They don't get into a hitter's count. They slap it away. They foul it away. Whatever they can do to get back into a good hitter's count. Or at least to see a better pitch. Here comes the 2-2. As the right-hander delivers, it's a fastball swung on and fouled away over on the third base side of home plate, and that's going to keep the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sekene batting here with the runner Hayashi at second. 1 gone in the 6th inning. It'll be Sano and Maki to follow. So Yamashita looking to get himself out of this jam. Here comes the 2-2. And the pitch is on the way. It's a fastball swung on. It's going to be lifted into the seats down the third baseline. Keeps the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The games that we'll call tomorrow night or later today will be at 10 o'clock Pacific, 1 a.m. Eastern. As we said, we'll get an update and see which ones we will like to most likely give a call for. Here comes the 2-2. As the right-hander checks the runner at second base. Here comes the pitch. Yamashita kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on, and another one lifted foul down the third base line. So a quality at bat here by Sekene. Keeps the count at 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. The right-hander leans in. He gets the sign from his catcher, Mori. Shakes him off once. Shakes him off again. And now he works to the set position. He gets the sign that he likes. He checks the runner over at second. And now he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that misses down. And that's going to run the count to 3-2. Yamashita, as we said, looks like he may be tiring. I would think that the Buffaloes want to get him through this half inning here before they have to get to the bullpen. Help will be on the way for the Buffaloes. But they can get themselves 3 clean innings to have a look at this to try to bring this home. Here comes the 3-2. And the pitch is on the way. It's a fastball that misses down and in. That's going to be ball 4. And that is going to put Sekene aboard with a walk. It's going to put runners at first and second. It's going to bring the pitching coach out of the dugout for the Buffaloes. And we're going to have a conference of Buffaloes up on the mound. Well, the Buffaloes are going to have to make a decision here with what they've got going on in the bullpen, but one would have to think that Yamashita is going to be close to the end of the leash here. Well, runner at second is Hayashi. The runner at first is Sekene. 88 pitches so far here by Yamashita. This is the first really sign of trouble he's been in here tonight. He has given up the back-to-back doubles that accounted for the run, but now he's got to face the dangerous Kaita Sano. Sano 0 for 2 tonight. He has popped to the line to the first baseman and flown out to left field. And here's the first pitch. It's a slow breaking ball that misses upstairs. The count is 1-0. So we're getting into a good hitter's count here. 1 ball and no strikes. Sano waggling the bat, waiting here on the offering from the right-hander who checks the runner at second base. And now he kicks and fires. It's a slow breaking ball that misses upstairs. The count is now 2-0. Well, if he's not able to retire Sano, one's going to have to think that his night's going to be over. They do have action in the Buffalo bullpen. There goes the first baseman, Tagu, over to have some words of encouragement for him. So here comes the 2-0 pitch. The pitch is on the way. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count now goes to 2-1 on Sano. I think we're going to have to get ourselves yet another coffee going on the in-between if we're going to survive this one. Yamashita has slowed right down. So 2 balls and 1 strike it is. The crowd is on the edge of their seats. They're cheering for their hometown hero. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away. And the count now goes to 2-2 on Sano. So he's battled Sano back to 2-2. Runner at second, Hayashi, as we said. The runner at first, Sekene. 1 gone here in the 6th inning. The left-handed hitting Sano ready to go here. So here comes the 2-2. Yamashita checks the runners again. And the pitch is on the way. It's a breaking ball swung on. It is lifted into deep left center field. Moving over is Chano. He's going to make the catch. The runner at second was heading to third. And he had to scamper back, did Hayashi. And that's going to retire Sano as he is gone for the second out of the inning. He's going to leave it all up to the second baseman, Shugo Maki. I was listening to some advice that Reggie Jackson had given Aaron Judge with the New York Yankees, and the piece of advice he said was, when you come up to the plate, don't think about getting hits. Think about driving in runs, to Aaron Judge. Change your philosophy. Think about knocking guys in rather than trying to get yourself a base hit. And it seemed to have paid some dividends for the big fellow last year, as he had himself quite the season, MVP-esque, obviously. So here comes the first offering to Shugo Maki, who waits here on the offering from Yamashita. Here's the pitch. It's a breaking ball swung on. It is grounded. It's going to get through the 6 hole into left field. Fielded by Chano. They're going to test the arm. Here comes the throw to the plate. It's not going to be in time as it's cut off, and then they throw it into right center field. Oh, boy, we got the runners are off to the races. Shugo Maki is going to score all the way from first, and we got ourselves a little league home run on some shoddy defense by the Buffaloes, and that's going to put the BayStars in the lead 4-2. So Maki with the base hit single. That ball, he was going to drive in Hayashi. Hayashi came in to score as they threw backdoor at the second baseman, Sekene. That ball ended up in the right center field gap all the way to the wall, and that is going to plate everybody there. So your classic Little League home run by Shugo Maki is going to bring him in all the way to score. Unreal. So we got ourselves a 4-2 ball game just like that. Well, that is going to bring up the designated hitter, Tyler Austin. It doesn't get any easier than that for Shugo Maki. So Austin to the plate. He is 1 for 2. He's got a double in 2 trips. And the first pitch is a breaking ball that misses down and away. And the count is 1-0. Our friend Yang definitely says, oh, that was awkward. It was ugly, awkward, And definitely a whole lot of other words that you could describe as well. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. There's a breaking ball taken for a called strike. The count's now 1-1. I have to say, I don't know if I really like the breaking ball of Yamashita. It's a breaking ball for sure. It's more of a get-me-over curveball. There isn't like a lot of late bite to it. Here's the 1-1. And there's a offering that is delivered to Austin that swung on and fouled away. That last pitch was at 159 kilometers an hour, just shy of 100 miles an hour. 99 on the radar gun if you're converting out. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Austin. 4-2, the BayStars now have the lead. Top of the 6th inning. Here's the 1-2. There's a split-figure pitch, swung on and missed. Austin down on strikes, but the damage has been done in the inning here. 3 runs scored by the BayStars on the benefit of only 1 hit. There was an error, and there was nobody left aboard. We are now moving to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Your score is the BayStars 4 and the Buffaloes 2. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back in 60 seconds. We got to get ourselves another coffee fired up, because if not, we'll be hearing us sawing logs. We'll be back in a few.
Hello, guys. Thank you for joining Freddie here on his baseball game. And I'm Steve Rademacher, and my channel is really all about everybody, including all my international friends. We have such stuff as non-sport packs from Canada, the OP Cheese. We have the Greek Freak. We have money from around the world. We have lira. We have yen. We have francs. We have pounds. We have Deutschmarks. We have all kinds of cool stuff like that. We even have some cooler things like Japanese women wrestlers and OP-Chi baseball cards where I cannot read the back. We even have unopened material like the royal family, I know it's backwards, from London, England. Thank you for watching. Back to Freddie.
Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the bottom half of the 6th inning. It's going to be the heart of the batting order coming up for the Buffaloes. It'll be Tomoya Mori, Yuma Tongu, and Kai Nakagawa. And so in that last half inning, the error by the third baseman, Haruka, had allowed the hitter Shugo Maki to come all the way in after the base hit. It was a base hit to left field, and they had cut it off at third base, and they tried to go backdoor on the base runner, who was ahead of Mackey, and they ended up throwing it into right center field. There's a fastball swung on the first pitch by Mori. It has popped up down the third base line. Coming in and making the grab is the left fielder Sekene. With 1 pitch, Mori is in the books, 1 up and 1 away, and that'll bring up the first baseman Yuma Tongu. Well, Tongu had put the Buffaloes in the lead back in the 4th inning as he had smacked a solo shot to left field. And it is now a 2-run deficit for the Buffaloes as Bauer has the lead. There comes the first offering now to the right-handed hitting Yuma Tongu. It's a breaking ball that misses down for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. Tongu with that home run, it was his second of the campaign, as he's batting here against the right-hander Bauer. And Bauer rocks into the motion, and he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that misses upstairs. The count now goes to 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. So just like that, Bauer went from pitching from behind to pitching with a lead. Just the snap of the fingers. Here's the 2-0. There's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count now goes to 2-1. Scores in the out-of-town scoreboard. There has been some movement, 4-0 for the Fighters over the Tigers. That is in the top of the 6th inning. Here's the 2-0. It's a fastball swung on and missed. Check that. It's the 2-1. It was a fastball swung through by Tongu, and the count is now 2-2. The Tohoku Rocket and Golden Eagles have now taken a lead on the Chinichi Dragons 3-2. That is in the top of the 6th inning. No changes in some of the other ball games. There's a fastball swung on and missed, and Tagu is retired on strikes. He's gone for outnumbered 2, so 2 up and 2 away here in the 6th inning, and that's going to bring up the center fielder, Kai Nakagawa. 3-1, the Hawks have the lead over the Giants, top of the 6th at the PayPay Dome in Fukuoka. 3-1 for the Carp over the Zozo Marine Stadium over the Marines. Lions are 2-1 over the Swallows. That's in the top of the 6th inning. That's the rest of your look at the out-of-town scoreboard so far. So 2 gone here. That's going to bring up the center fielder, Kai Nakagawa, and he takes a fastball inside for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. Nakagawa tonight singled and scored a run his first time up. He's also flown out to right field. He has raised his season average up to 267. There's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is now 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Nakagawa. Right-hander Bauer rocks into delivery, and he throws a breaking ball that misses outside. They appeal down to the first base umpire, but they say that Nakagawa didn't go. Count is now 2 balls and 1 strike. The right-hander Bauer ready to go again. Here's the 2-1 pitch. There's a fastball that is waved at and missed, and the count now goes to 2-2. Oh, did Nakagawa look overmatched on that one? So 2 balls and 2 strikes. And here's the pitch from Bauer. It's a fastball swung on it. It's grounded over to short. Fielded by Kyoto. He throws to first, and it's spiked into the ground, and it gets past the first baseman. Oh, there's been some shoddy fielding here in this one. That's going to allow Nakagawa to get all the way to second base. It's going to go in the books as an E6. So a routine ground ball to end the inning. And some ugly defensive play. He fielded the ball as he's moving to his right. The next thing you know, he spikes it into the ground. The first baseman, Sano, unable to scoop it. That's going to put a runner at second base with 2 gone. The BayStars here just can't seem to want to try to shoot themselves in the foot. That's going to bring up Marwin Gonzalez to the plate, who has struck out both times he's been to the dish to face Bauer, once looking and once swinging. But he does have 7 home runs to his name, and 1 swing of the bat here can tie the ball game up. Hank says, what's wrong with the team's infielders today? Yeah, it's been a little bit shoddy at both ends, that's for sure. Here's the first pitch to Gonzalez. It's a fastball swung on it. Missed. The count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Marwin Gonzalez. Gonzalez has struck out both times tonight, once looking and once swinging. Bauer has continued his strikeout pace in this one. By our books, he's got 8. There's a fastball swung on and missed. Count is now 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes to Marwin Gonzalez. It's the one thing you don't see so much in Major League Baseball anymore, these long delays of the step out, adjust themselves, get back in the box. You still see it in the Japanese game, and they usually follow what the Americans will do. So I wonder how long it'll be until they implement a pitch clock. So here comes the 0-2 pitch, but instead Bauer steps off the back of the mound. I don't think he liked what Ito was communicating to him, and we're going to try this again. So here comes the 0-2 pitch. As Bauer now kicks and delivers, it's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count now goes to 1-2. I don't know if it was a breaking ball or if it was a split finger, because we said earlier, oh, that was definitely a breaking ball. We saw that noted that Bauer has thrown a couple of split finger pitches tonight. That's going to be something that he's going to add to his repertoire. So here comes the 1-2 now to Gonzalez. right-hander Bauer holds set. Kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that misses down and in. And the count now goes to 2-2. That was pitch number 94 from the right-hander. We would think that, based on what we saw last outing, he's probably got another outing in him, or another inning in him, I should say. Especially with 8, 9, and 1 slated to come to bat here after Gonzalez, assuming that he can get Gonzalez here. So here comes the 2-2. What crowd there is, they are in good form in Orix for sure. And the pitch on the way, it's a breaking ball swung on. It's grounded over to first. It's juggled by the first baseman, Sano. He keeps it in front, flips it to Bauer. It's going to go down as a ground out 3-1 to end the inning. They sure didn't make it look easy. That is for certain. No runs in the inning, no hits. There was an error, and there was nobody left aboard. We are now through 6 complete innings. Your score is the BayStars 4 and the Buffaloes 2. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back in just a few. I got to get that coffee going here. There's our friend Steve Rademacher.
Hello, guys. Thank you for joining Freddie here on his baseball game. And I'm Steve Rademacher, and my channel is really all about everybody, including all my international friends. We have such stuff as non-sport packs from Canada, the OP Cheese. We have the Greek Freak. We have money from around the world. We have lira. We have yen. We have francs. We have pounds. We have Deutschmarks. We have all kinds of cool stuff like that. We even have some cooler things like Japanese women wrestlers and OPC baseball cards where I cannot read the back. We even have unopened material like the royal family, I know it's backwards, from London, England. Thank you for watching. Back to Freddie.
Appreciate you there, Steve, and the support you give to our channel. In turn, we support Steve Rademacher as we are moving now here to the top half of the 7th inning with a scoreline of 4-2. Yokohama will be sending the center fielder Masayuki Kuwabara, Yoda Kyoto, and Hikaru Ito to the plate. That is going to be the 6, 7, and 8 hitters. So Kuwabara, Kyoto, and Ito to face the right-hander, and it looks like they have a pitching change. And it is going to be the reliever Higa coming in now in relief, as he is going to take over here for the starting pitcher Yamashita. Well, for Higa, the 40-year-old on the mound, he's making his 15th appearance. He's got 2 wins and no losses. First pitch is a breaking ball, taken for a called strike. The count is 0-1 to Kuwabara. He has worked 7 innings this year. He's allowed 7 hits. There's a fastball that comes inside, and it hits the bat of the hitter right on the handle, and it just bounces away. That pitch came right in. Ooh, yeah, actually, I thought it was on the knob of the bat, but it ended up getting the bat a little bit lower. Interesting. That's going to run the count now to 0-2 to Kuwabara. 2.57 ERA for the right-hander Higa. Rocks and delivers. It is a breaking ball swung on and missed. And Kuwabara is down on strikes, 1 up and 1 away. That'll bring up the shortstop Yoda Kyoto. Well, for Kyoto, he is 1 for 2 in this one. He's got a single and a ground out. There's a first pitch breaking ball swung on and grounded foul over on the third base side. Count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike from the veteran right-hander. This is his 397th career appearance here tonight. Very interesting that he's been around this long. He'll be 41 after the season. Here's the 1-2. It's a breaking ball swung on and missed. And Kyoto is down on strikes for out number 2. So 2 up and 2 down via the strikeout. And that's going to leave it up to the catcher, Hikaru Ito. Well, for Ito tonight, he is 0 for 2. He has struck out looking, and he has grounded into a double play. And here comes the first offering from the righty Higa. It's a slow breaking ball that misses inside, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes to Ito. Right-hander kicks and fires. There's a fastball swung on. It is lifted into straightaway center field. Moving over underneath it is Nakagawa. He's going to make the catch, and that is going to do it, as that will retire the BayStars in order here in the 7th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left aboard. We're moving to the bottom half of the 7th inning. Well, we're going to check on that here. I think we had an instant replay of this here, as it was Ito that had popped out, but I don't know what has happened here, if we've had a jump in our feed or what the deal is. We're going to take a look here and see what we've got left here. We're going to hang around here. Oh, that's kind of bizarre, as that had happened. As Ito's at the plate, I don't know if we have missed on something or whiffed on something, but I'm watching what has happened on this on our feed. Well, it looks like it's going to be a ground ball. That's going to end the inning there. So I'm not sure what happened. We may have missed out on something here in our call. That's kind of strange. Ground out 6-3 to end the inning. Sorry, guys. We're going to the bottom half of the 7th. No damage there. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left the board. We'll be back in just a few. Buffaloes are coming to bat. It is going to be the 8-9-1 hitters in the order.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I'll take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Appreciate you, Matt, and your support of the channel, and in turn, we support Matt Hollis. We are moving now to the bottom half of the 7th inning. Slated to come to bat is the 8-9-1 hitters in the order: Kobayashi, Chano, and Haruka. We're just going to do a double check to see if Trevor Bauer is indeed coming back out for inning number 7. I would anticipate it, because he was only at about 94 pitches after that last half inning. See where they stay here, and he has never been one to shy away from wanting to throw. Throwers have to throw, and he was built to throw, that's for sure. Well, Kobayashi, Chano, and the top of the order, Haruka. On to face the right-hander Bauer here in the 7th inning, and the first pitch is a fastball that misses down and away for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. 95 pitches for the right-hander through the first 6 innings. As the right-hander kicks and delivers, it's a breaking ball that misses inside. Bauer doesn't like the call. I can understand that, too. I wouldn't like the call either. That breaking ball missed inside. That pitch looked pretty darn good. Catcher hardly had to move the glove. It wasn't like he had to yank it back inside. Here's the 2-0 pitch. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away. Count now is 2-1 to Kobayashi. So Kobayashi here ready to The offering from Bauer, who kicks and delivers. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into the right center field gap. It's going to get down, and it's going to get off the wall. Kobayashi digging for 2, and he's going to cruise into second with a double. He's going to throw on the brakes, and that is going to be a leadoff double here in the 7th inning. That'll bring up the left fielder, Takamasa Chano. You can see the frustration from Bauer not getting the call there. He leaves something over the plate, and that ball gets driven into the pull gap. Looks like the crowd is fairly decent, certainly in the lower bowl around home plate. But when they pan the first base side, it looks like there's more over there. Now the infielders are in. It looks like they're making some delays here, as they do have action in the bullpen, and the pitching coaches come out now to talk with Bauer. They have the interpreter and everybody else that is there with them. So Bauer ready to deliver pitch number 100 here. As Takamasa Chano is 0 for 1 tonight. He has struck out and he has walked in his 2 plate appearances. So the right-hander ready to go as he waits on the batter Chano to dig in. And here comes the first pitch. He checks the runner at second and now delivers. It's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike it is. Really what stands out is the second inning, where Bauer had given up his first run of the ball game. That's where he threw 30 pitches. After that, it's been pretty much smooth sailing. If you can get rid of that one bad inning or the one big inning, it'd be a lot more smooth sailing here for the right-hander. Here comes the 0-1. He pitches a breaking ball that swung on and missed, and the count now goes to 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. In our books, I've got 8 strikeouts so far through the first 6 innings for Bauer. He's looking to try to put Chano away for number 9. So here comes the 0-2 pitch as Bauer gets the sign from his catcher and he works to the set position. Here comes the pitch. It's a breaking ball taken for a called third strike. Oh, Chano can't believe it, but that ball there dropped right in, and he has retired for the first out of the inning. That brings up the top of the order in Taishi Haruka. That pitch looked pretty darn good. I'm not sure what Chano was looking at. Didn't have to really move the glove. That is going to retire Chano for the first out of the inning. And that brings up Haruka to the plate, who is 0 for 3 tonight. He has struck out twice against Bauer, and he has popped to the shortstop. And the first pitch is a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count is quickly 1-0 to Taishi Haruka. Haruka's average has dropped to 171 tonight. As we said, he started off, had a great first week for the Buffaloes, and it's been all downhill ever since. So 1 ball and no strikes as Bauer works to the set position. And here's the pitch. It's a fastball swung on and lifted foul over on the first base side. The count is now even at 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. We are approaching the longest day of the year, coming up in another couple of weeks or so, the summer solstice in the northern hemisphere, and it's already starting to get light at 4:17 in British Columbia. Here comes the 1-1. And the pitch is on the way. It's a breaking ball swung on, is going to be grounded past the diving shortstop into left field, but they're going to throw on the brakes as Kobayashi is going to stop at third. Haruka is going to get himself a seeing eye single. That's going to put runners on the corners, and it's going to bring up the right fielder, Tomoya Noguchi. So runners are at the corners here with one gone. And Noguchi striding to the plate. He is 0 for 1 in this one officially. He's also got himself a couple of walks and stolen a base. So we'll see what we have here in order. Haruka, who's over at first, he doesn't have any stolen bases this year in the Pacific League. We have his Pacific League numbers. But it looks like we may have ourselves a pinch hitter here. Or where are we? Taking a look at what's gone on in our stuff. Oh, no, it is Noguchi here. So here we go. Here comes the first pitch to Noguchi. And the first pitch is a fastball that misses upstairs for ball one, and the count is 1-0. One would have to think that this is probably going to be Bauer's last hitter if he doesn't get him out. If he does get him out, well, maybe he gets one more in Sugimoto. Crowd is cheering on their home team, the Buffaloes, looking for runs. And here comes the 1-0 offering as Bauer gets his sign from Ito, and now Ito has called time as he's going to go out and talk to his pitcher here. And whatever Bauer has said, he has delivered the directive of what he wants. I think in some ways, maybe Bauer has to go back to giving the signs like he did in the exhibition season a couple of years ago when he was pitching for Cleveland. He was just flashing the hitters, telling the hitters what was coming. Throwing a fastball, throwing a breaking ball, throwing whatever. And he throws over to first base and diving back in time as the base runner. Oh boy, that was close. I've already seen a couple errors in this game here by the BayStars, and that was almost another one. It was a nice stop over there by Sano. So 1 ball and no strikes it is. This will be a turning point of the ball game right now. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is sliced down the left field line. If it stays fair, it's trouble, but it's going to slice into the seats foul. That's going to run the count now to 1-1. Got to like old school baseball when you see it. Here we are in the 7th inning. Bauer is going to have to battle his way out of his own jam. Major League Baseball, we'd already probably have 3 relievers in the game by now. You're here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 4-2 lead for the BayStars. 4-4-2 for the Stars. 2-5-1 for the Buffaloes. That's the line scores in this one. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball swung on. It's grounded to first. They go to second for 1. Back to first, and it's going to be a double play. What a play by Sano. That's going to go in the books as a 3-6-3 double play. I don't think they're going to take a look at it as we see the runner Noguchi walking off the field. But 3-6-3, that erases Haruka at second. And I would be a betting man saying that Bauer's day is probably done. So there was no runs in the inning. There was a hit. There was no errors, and there was 1 runner left aboard. We are now moving to the top of the 8th inning. Your score is the BayStars 4 and the Buffaloes 2. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back in just a few after this from our friend Steve Rademacher.
Hello, guys. Thank you for joining Freddie here on his baseball game. And I'm Steve Rademacher, and my channel is really all about everybody, including all my international friends. We have such stuff as non-sport packs from Canada, the OP Cheese. We have the Greek Freak. We have money from around the world. We have Lira. We have Yen. We have francs. We have pounds. We have Deutschmarks. We have all kinds of cool stuff like that. We even have some cooler things like Japanese women wrestlers and OP-Chi baseball cards where I cannot read the back. We even have unopened material like the royal family, I know it's backwards, from London, England. Thank you for watching. Back to Freddie.
Welcome back, everybody. We are going to be bringing you the top of the 8th inning. Had to go get ourselves another coffee as we are going to be trying to fight through these last couple innings here. Coming back for the BayStars in their half of the 8th inning, it's going to be Hayashi, then the top of the order in Oda and Sekine. Really nice play there by Sano, the first baseman, as we get the replay of that double play again of the 3-6-3 variety to end that last half inning. But I want to see if they're going to bring Bauer out for another inning. I don't think they will. I have a feeling his day's done at 108 pitches, but you never know. It is the Japanese league. Maybe they bring him out for one more. He had 4 walks and 9 strikeouts tonight. Walks were a little bit on the high side, but certainly the strikeouts were there. We do have a pitching change for the Buffaloes. This is going to be the 3rd pitcher that they've used tonight, and it is going to be a left-hander. This is number 57 entering the ball game, and that is going to be Yamada. The first pitch from Yamada is a fastball that misses inside. The count is quickly 1-0. So Nobuyuki Yamada on in relief. And there's a fastball that's delivered for a called strike, and the count is 1-1 to Hayashi. 5th appearance for Yamada this year. He's worked 5 1/3 innings, allowed 2 hits. He's walked 1. He has given up an earned run, and he also been earned. There's a breaking ball that misses down. They appeal over to the third base umpire, and they say that Hayashi went, and that's going to run the count to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes as Hayashi waits on the offering, and the pitch is on the way. It's a fastball. Take it for a called 3rd strike. Oh, he stood there like the house by the side of the road. He watched it go by for out number 1. That's going to bring up the top of the order in Taishi Oda. Well, if you want to talk about somebody who knows about what strikeouts are all about, Oda is one of those hitters. He has struck out all 3 times he's come to the plate. But it looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter for Oda. Maybe that is the day is done. Strike out 3 times. You don't get another shot. It's going to be number 8 coming into the ball game. We'll have to get you who that spec is here in just a second. This is Kamisato. As the first pitch is a breaking ball that misses down. So that even adds insult to injury. You're a right-handed batter, and you get pinch hit for by a left-hander facing a left-hander. So here comes the 1-0 offering, as this is a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike. The count now goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike it is, as the lefty Yamada kicks and delivers. It is a breaking ball swung on and missed. The count now goes to 1-2. This is Kazuki Kamisato, who has entered the game here. And here's the 1-2 pitch. There's a breaking ball waved at and missed. And the beat rolls on as Kazumoto is gone on strikes for the 2nd out of the inning. So 2 up and 2 away, and that's going to bring up the left fielder, Taiki Sekine. Well, for Sekine tonight, he is 0 for 2. He has grounded out twice, and he has walked and scored a run. He came around as he was attempted to be thrown out at second base. When the ball went into right center field, he came around to score. So here comes the first offering. It's a breaking ball swung on and fouled away, and the count is quickly 0-1. So Kenny here batting with 2 gone. It'll be Sano to follow. Should he be able to reach base? So here comes the 0-1 offering as the lefty kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away. Count is now 0-2 to Sekine. Our friend Zian in the house, he says, glad Bauer is starting to pitch better. The first few starts were rough. You're absolutely correct. The last couple outings have been better. Actually, since he's come back from the farm, the adjustments that he's made seem to be working. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count remains at 0-2. Certainly for Bauer to be able to have the opportunity to pitch in Japan and to be able to be supported. So no balls and 2 strikes as the lefty works to the set position. Here's the 0-2 offering. It's a fastball that looks pretty good, but the umpire didn't pull the trigger. Oh, boy. It's not going to go to 1-2. Tomoya Mori. You know what? I got to say the home plate umpire read it well. It had a lot of movement, a lot of cut to that pitch. And he missed it off the outside corner. Here's the pitch. It is a fastball that misses down, and the count now goes to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Buffaloes will be down. They've got 6 outs to go here to try to get back into this one. Here's the 2-2. There's a breaking ball that misses down. It gets away from the catcher Mori, and that's going to run the count to 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Just thinking about the command and the control for Bauer in those first few games. To Zian's point, a bit of a slog fest, that's for sure. But the more he pitches, remember, he missed an entire year, a year plus of not pitching in game-like conditions. Here's the 3-2. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is hit up the middle. It's just going to get past the glove of the outstretched Kirby into center field. And that's going to be a 2-out single here for Sekine. And that'll bring up the first baseman, Kaida Sano. Nice piece of hitting there by the 2-hole hitter. Basically just stayed short to the ball and was able to slap it past the pitcher, and ultimately had eyes to get by the shortstop too. So the runner at first is Sekine. There's 2 gone, and Kaida Sano steps to the plate. He is 0 for 3 in this one. He's flown to left twice, and he has lined to the first baseman. He's looking for his first base hit here. His average has dropped to 255 on the season. Here's the first offering. It's a fastball that misses outside for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. Yang says his high fastball has been much more effective today. Speaking about Trevor Bauer, yeah, that's for sure. He's been able to crawl the ladder and blow it by some of the hitters. What did I say? He had 9 strikeouts in his 7 innings work. There's a fastball swung on. It's going to be lined over the head of the shortstop, rounding second and heading to third, and he's going to make it easily. It's going to be Sekine. That's going to put runners on the corners. And the BayStars have got something brewing, all with 2 out here. And that's going to bring up the second baseman, Shugo Maki. Well, for Maki in this one, he's got a couple of hits today. He's got a single, a double. He's driven in a run, and he's also flown out to left. And he came around all the way around to score. But it looks like Nakajima is out to make a change. And that is exactly what's going to happen. The Yamada looked like he was going to cruise through the inning, but no, sir. Back-to-back singles here by the BayStars have the Buffaloes go into the bullpen. There will be a pitching change, and we'll be back here in just a couple moments to bring that to you. Hang tight, everybody. We appreciate you guys for listening in with us. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back, everybody. We have a pitching change as Yamada's day is done. This is going to be number 56, Kakita, is coming on in relief here. New to us, that is for sure. So number 56 on in relief, and that is going to be Takudo. Looks like Takudo Takata. We'll have to wait and see here. We'll have to get a look at the jersey number on the backside. If it is Takata coming in to replace Yamada. But it looks like that is what we have here. It is going to be, as we said, number 56, Takudo Takata coming on in relief. Get you all the specs here. This is going to be pitcher number 4. Used tonight by the Buffaloes. As he completes his warm-up tosses, we're about ready to get this one back to work. So he's got maybe one more left. BayStars threatening all with 2 outs here. Sekene, the runner at third. Sano, the runner at first. And it's going to bring Shugo Maki to the plate. Maki in this one here is 1 for 2. He has scored 2 runs. He's also driven in a run. He was able to come around to score on a Little League type of home run. After he singled, he had cut the runner. They cut the ball off at third base, and then the third baseman, Haruka, fired it into right center field. That scored him all the way around on the one play. Here comes the first offering. So here's the first pitch. It's a fastball taken for a called strike. The count is quickly 0-1 to Maki. Maki looking to pad the lead here for the BayStars in this one. We're in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Sorry, check that top half of the 8th inning. I can tell you we're getting a little tired here on our end, so we got to stay with it. We had that coffee brewing, so we can bring the rest of this one home with you, whether you're listening live or on delay. We appreciate you guys being here with us. There's a fastball swung on. It's taken on one hop by the shortstop, Kirbiashi. He flips to second, and that is going to do it. It's going to erase Sano on a fielder's choice, 6-4. He is going to be gone for the 3rd out of the inning. We got no runs in the inning on a couple of hits. There was no errors, and there were 2 runners left aboard. We are now moving to the bottom half of the 8th inning. It's going to be the 3, 4, and 5 hitters to come to bat for the Buffaloes. And based on what we are anticipating, Bauer's day is probably done. We'll be back in just a few after this. Appreciate you guys for being with us.
Hello? Oh, hey. Yep. I'm just sitting here listening to Freddie call another game here on YouTube. Oh, yeah, going really good. He's calling a great game. Really exciting. Lots of stuff going on. You're lucky it's commercial break right now. I got a second. Oh, yeah, of course I'm having a cold one. Oh, yeah, got plenty of videos coming up this week. You should stop in. Check them out. Leave a like, tell other people. But, Freddie's coming back. I got to go catch the game. I will check in with you later. You have a good night, buddy. Bye.
Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be a pitching change for the BayStars. They are going to be going to another right-hander. It's going to be, looks like on our books, Hiromu Issei, as he is going to be coming in relief of Trevor Bauer, who it looks like he is going to be finding himself a bit. That was a bit of a battle tonight for Bauer. It wasn't like he had cruised, but he had pitched well enough to win. He had battled all the way through. I don't know if you ask him if he had his best stuff tonight, he would agree with that, but he was in line to get himself a victory here as he leaves with a 4-2 lead. So Hiromu Issei in relief of the right-hander Trevor Bauer. For Issei on the season, it's his 21st appearance. He's got 2 wins, a loss. He's also got a save. He has worked 19 2/3 innings. He's allowed 14 hits, walked 6 and struck out 9, and he's got an ERA of 1.37. And all that goes out the window because it's the guys in front of him who are the ones that are important. It's going to be Sugimoto, Mori, and Tongu to face the right-hander here in the last half of the 8th inning. So here comes the first offering to Yotaro Sugimoto. And the first pitch is on the way. It's a fastball that misses way outside for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. There are some defensive changes that we'll have to get for you from the BayStars as we move along. There's a breaking ball swung on. It is popped up over in foul territory. Giving chase is the catcher, Ito, but he's going to watch that one get into the stands. That's going to run the count even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike it is. As we take a quick peek at the out-of-town scoreboard, get you up to date on the other action. It's still 4-0 for the Fighters over the Tigers. That is in the bottom of the 7th inning. Here comes the 1-1 pitch to Sugimoto. As Issei delivers, it is a breaking ball swung on. It is taken on 1 hop by the shortstop, Kyoto, who fires to first, and that's going to retire Sugimoto on a ground out 6-3. 1 up and 1 away, and that'll bring up the catcher, Tomoya Mori. The Golden Eagles have a 4-3 lead over the Dragons. That game is now in the bottom of the 7th inning. 2-1 for the Lions over the Swallows. The Carp are leading 3-1 over the Marines. That game is in the bottom of the 9th inning. And the other game is 4-1 for the Fukuoka South Bank Hawks over the Giants. That game is in the bottom of the 8th. So Mori steps to the plate. And the first offering from the right-hander Issei delivers. It's a breaking ball taken for a called strike. The count is 0-1. Mori tonight is 0 for 2. He is flown out to right. He is flown out to left. He walked and he was erased as he was trying to steal a base. So here comes the offering from the right-hander who kicks and delivers. It's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is now 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes to the left-handed hitting Tomoya Mori. Because the right-hander now works to the belt. And here comes the pitch. There's a fastball that swung on and fouled away, and the count now remains at 0-2 to Mori. Buffaloes have 5 outs left in this one as they're trying to find a way to claw back to knot this one up. BayStars game to lose now. As the right-hander works to the set position. And now he kicks and delivers. There's a fastball that misses up and in, and it backs the opposing catcher Mori off of the plate. It's going to run the count to 1-2. That's some good pitching there by Issei. You got him 0-2, back him off the plate, and then see if you can work something down and away. Here comes the 1-2 as the right-hander Issei holds to the set and now delivers. It's a fastball swung on and lifted foul over on the third base side. And the count remains at 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. I would anticipate we're probably going to see another Buffalo arm in the 9th. And probably another BayStar arm in the bottom. Here comes the 1-2. And here comes the pitch. It's a fastball swung on and fouled off the mask of Ito, and that's going to go foul. The count remains at 1 ball and 2 strikes. That one there will stand you up and make you feel like, holy geez, I got stung pretty good. So here comes the 1-2 as Mori is waiting. Issei gets his sign, and now Mori asks for time and steps out as he feels the pitcher has taken too long. And to be honest with you, we can't dispute that. We have to agree with him. So here comes the 1-2. As Issei kicks and delivers, it's a breaking ball that just misses outside. The count now goes to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hopefully, guys who do join us tonight will be back on the airwaves again later today, 10 o'clock Pacific, 1 a.m. Eastern. You can make it in for all the action again. We haven't decided who we're going to cover. Fastball swung on and fouled away. The count remains at 2-2. We are going to squeeze another ball game in. I'm contemplating these same 2 teams again because that's a decent pitching matchup. As Gazelman is going to be headed to the hill for the Yokohama DeNa BayStars against Yamazaki for the Buffaloes. Here's the pitch. It's a breaking ball swung on. It is grounded over to second. Mackey fields it, spins around 360 degrees. He throws to first, and that is going to retire Mori on a ground out 4-3. So 2 away, and that's going to leave it all up to Yuma Tongu. The other game that we really would like to call, but they're calling for rain in the forecast. We'll have to take a look at that. That's the game between the Carp and the Marines. Morishita, really like to see him pitch against Honmei, or the pitcher for the Chibalote Marines. If there's rain in the forecast, then we may likely stay indoors and call these same 2 teams again tomorrow night, or tonight now. There's a breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1 to Tongu. Tongu has a home run in 3 trips, and he's also struck out twice tonight. Average has fallen to .331. And here comes the pitch. It's a fastball that misses up and away, and the count goes even at 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike it is. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. As the right-hander works to the set position. And now he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on. It is popped up over on the first base side. Giving chase is Ito. He's got room. He falls down and he makes the catch. And that is going to retire Tongu for the 3rd out of the inning. That's assuming it didn't hit any wires or get crossed up. Let's see if we can see that one again. Well, maybe it did. As that ball was scorched up into the ceiling. Ah, yes, there it is. It hit the roof, the beam at the bottom. It was a nice catch there by the catcher. That's going to keep Tongu still alive here as the count now goes to 1-2. So here comes the 1-2 pitch from Issei. It's a fastball that misses upstairs. The count now goes to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. As Tongu waiting here on the offering from the right-hander who kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count now goes to 3-2 on Tongu. Certainly don't want to put him aboard after you should have almost had him out. Four-2 lead here for the BayStars as the Buffaloes are batting in their bottom half of the 8th inning. 2 gone, and the 3-2 pitch is ready to come here to Tongu. And they pitch on the way. It's a fastball swung on. This is lifted into deep left center field. And this ball is going to get down, and rounding first and heading to second and cruising in with a double is Tongu. That ball almost got away from the shortstop. As it was Kyoto who had to give a little bit of chase, but that is going to be a double here for Tongu with 2 outs. So Tongu is the runner at second base. And that's going to bring up Kai Nakagawa to the plate. Well, for Nakagawa tonight, he's reached base safely twice. He singled, stole second, and came home on a pass ball all the way from second base to score the first run for the Buffaloes. He's also flown to right and reached on an error. So here comes the first offering as the right-hander ready to deliver. Now he kicks and he fires. It's a breaking ball swung on and missed. The count is quickly 0-1 to Nakagawa. So no balls and one strike. So no balls and one strike to Nakagawa. He's waiting here on the offering from Issei. 2 gone here in the 8th inning. As he gets his sign and we're ready to go again. Checks the runner at second, which is Tongu. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted down the right field line, but it's going to slice foul into the seats. That ball was sent quite a ways. If Nakagawa was on time, might have been trouble. So no balls and 2 strikes. Issei ready to go. He leans in. He gets the sign from his catcher, Ito. Runner at second, Tongu looking in. And now he checks the runner back at second, and now he delivers. It's a fastball that misses well outside, and the count goes to 1-2. Should Nakagawa get aboard, it'll be Marwin Gonzalez who waits his turn on deck. I'll look to see what type of pinch hitting options that the Buffaloes do have. They do have Rio Adachi on the bench. Also have Nishino on the bench. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. And the pitch is a breaking ball swung on. It's grounded right over to Mackey at second. He throws to first, and that is going to do it. A ground out 4-3 for the 3rd out of the inning, and that will do it here. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left the board. Actually, check that, 1 runner left the board. We're now moving to the top of the 9th inning. Your score is 4-2 for the BayStars. We'll be back in just a few. We got to do our own version of a 7th inning stretch. Get the juices flowing. We'll be right back after this.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I'll take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be are we going to have ourselves another pitching change? It looks like it is still Kakita. It's going to be on the hill here for the Orix Buffaloes, or is it going to be different? No. Number 56, Kakita, on in relief. This is going to be the 5th pitcher used here by Orix here tonight. Well, Kakita is a right-hander, and he is going to be entrusted to have to face Tyler Austin, Masayuki Kuwabara, and Yoda Kyoto. So he is on in relief here. His 13th appearance of the year. He's got 1 win against no losses. He's worked 12 innings, allowing 14 hits. Walked 5 and struck out 7. He's got an ERA of 3.75. So Atsuya Kogita on in relief. As he rocks into the delivery, and the first pitch is a breaking ball that misses outside. The count is 1 ball and no strikes to Tyler Austin. Austin tonight doubled home the first run of the ball game for the BayStars, and he has subsequently struck out twice after that. So he's 1 for 3 in this one. As Kogita ready to deliver. There's a fastball swung on. It's a check swing back to the pitcher, who throws to first, and Kogita is going to retire Austin on a ground out, 1-3. So 1 up and 1 away, and that'll bring up the center fielder, Masayuki Kuwabara. Austin got caught up on that pitch. He had tried to hold up. He checked his swing and ended up tapping it right back. He was playing pepper with the pitcher. He's going right down the tunnel into the clubhouse. So here's the first offering from the right-hander Kogita, who kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on and missed by Kuwabara. Kuwabara in this one here is 0 for 3. He has struck out twice. He's also grounded out to third. 0 for 3 in this one. And here's the pitch. It is a fastball that misses outside, and the count now goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Kuwabara. Waiting here on the offering from Kogita, who kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball swung on. This ball is lifted into deep left field, giving chase on it toward the line is Chano, and he's going to make the grab, and that's going to take care of Kuwabara for the second out of the inning. So 2 up and 2 away, and that's going to leave it all up to Yoda Kyoda. So pretty efficient with his pitches here so far as Kogita. He's only thrown 5 pitches to retire the 2 outs. And Kyoda coming to the plate here. Well, for Kyoda tonight, he is 1 for 3. He's got a single in 3 trips. As here comes the pitch. It is a breaking ball that just misses low for ball 1. The count is 1-0. He is also grounded out to the first baseman and struck out in his other times to the plate. And the 1-0 on the way. It's a fastball swung on, and he fouls it right off his foot where he wears the shin guard. And the count is now 1-1. We'll get a look at that one there on the inside part of the shin guard. So here comes the 1-1. As the pitch is on the way, it's a fastball that misses just inside. The count now goes to 2-1. We look at that last pitch, and it was pretty tight there on the corner. Not getting the call was Kogita. Here comes the 2-1. As Kogita rocks into the motion, delivers. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted down the left field line, giving chase is Chano. And he's going to have room as he makes the catch and runs into the wall. Nice play by Chano as he has retired 2 of the 3 outs here in the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left the board. We're going to the bottom of the 9th inning. And the Buffaloes are trailing the BayStars 4-2. Scheduled to come to bat will be Gonzalez, Kirbiashi, and Chano. Stick around with us. We'll have all the action in just a couple moments. Bottom of the 9th coming up. Hang tight, everybody. Appreciate you guys for listening in live or on delay. We'll be right back after this.
Well, you've got to have an ace in the hole, a little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play, but you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just one roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole. Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody. We do have a pitching change as the Yokohama DeNa BayStars are going to the bullpen. It is going to be a right-hander, Yasuaki Yamazaki is coming into the ballgame. Quite a few Yamazakis on these two rosters. It would be their version of Smith or Jones, or maybe even Schmidt, depending upon what country you live in. It is going to be the 22nd appearance so far for the pitcher Yamazaki. He has no wins and 3 losses. He has 14 saves on the year. This is going to be inning number. He's pitched 19 innings so far. He has allowed 24 hits. He has walked 5, and he has struck out 23. So he is going to be entrusted to face Gonzalez, Kobayashi, and Chano. Gonzalez not exactly having a great night tonight. He has struck out twice and grounded to first. Bats here from the left side against the right-handed throwing Yamazaki. Here's the pitch. It's a breaking ball that misses down and in. The count is quickly 1-0 to Gonzalez. So 1 ball and no strikes. And there's a breaking ball swung on and tap foul over on the first base side, just past the first base coach's box, and the count now goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike it is to the left-handed hitting Gonzalez. Buffaloes are down to their final inning, as they're got to try to get a couple of runs here to extend this one here. There's a fastball swung on it. It's grounded over to first. Sano drops to a knee, fields it. He flips it over to the pitcher covering. What a great play there by Sano. That's the second time tonight he's done something like that. It's going to be a ground out 3-1 for the first out of the inning, and that'll bring up the shortstop Kotaro Kobayashi. Well, for Kobayashi, he's officially 0 for 2 tonight. He's reached base safe twice safely. Reached on an error back in the second inning. He has popped to first, and he has walked in his 2 trips. Check that. He actually had a double in his other trip. Just got to be able to read my own writing. There's a first pitch breaking ball that misses down, and then the count is 1-0 to Kobayashi. You certainly don't want a base runner aboard if you are the BayStars. You want to keep this slate clean here in the 9th. Here's the pitch. It's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is 1-1. Once this game is done, we will recap this one for you, give you the out-of-town up-to-date scoreboard, and then we'll call it a night, as we are getting a little bit late in our call here. So here comes the 1-1 pitch. And the pitch is on the way. It's a breaking ball swung on and is grounded foul just past the third base coach's box. And now the count goes to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Curious to see, for the first 9 games, the edge went to the Central League 28-24. So you're kind of curious to see how this is going to play out here in the second half, as the Central League have dropped already, or are about to drop 2 out of 5. So here comes the pitch, and it's a breaking ball that misses outside. The count now goes to 2-2 on Kobayashi. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. The right-hander Yamazaki kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball swung on. This ball is going to be lined into center field. It's going to get down for a base hit. Good piece of hitting there by Kobayashi. That's going to be his second hit of the ball game. As he is aboard, he keeps it alive here for the Buffaloes. That's going to bring up the 9-hole hitter in Takamasa Chano. You just got to try to roll it over to the top of the order somehow. Well, for Chano tonight, he is 0 for 2. He has struck out twice, and he has walked in his 3 trips. Looks like Kirbyashi's night is done as he's getting high fives as he returns to the dugout. We'll have a pinch runner for him. A little surprised that they would pinch run for Kirbyaschi. Looks like it is Kaita Sano in to run. I'll double check that in just a moment, but I'm pretty sure that's exactly who that is. Looks like it's number 41. That's exactly who it is. It is Sano in to run. So here comes the first pitch delivered to Chano, and it's swung on and fouled away, and the count is quickly 0-1. No balls and 1 strike to Chano. The third baseman, Haruka, is waiting his turn on deck to see if he does even make it to the plate. So here comes the pitch as Yamazaki holds set. And now he kicks and fires. That's a fastball swung on it. Is chopped over to the right side of the infield. And they're going to have the play only at first base. It's going to advance the pinch runner over to second. That's going to be a ground out 4-3. Maki had to hurry to get him as Chano is retired for the second out. Now it's going to bring up the top of the order in Haruka to the plate. Boy, oh boy, that was a bang-bang play at first base. They had to really hurry to have to get the runner Chano. Chano was pouring it on down the line as fast as he could. Well, that is going to bring up the top of the order, or slated to. Let's see if it is going to be Haruka or not. And that is exactly who it is. He's 1 for 4 tonight. He's got a single in 4 trips. He's struck out twice and popped to short. So Yamazaki ready to go as he holds a set. Now he kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball that taken for a called strike. The count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike it is. As the right-hander checks the runner at second, and now he kicks and delivers. There's a breaking ball swung on it as pop foul, but it's going to reach the seats. That's going to run the count now to 0-2, and now the Buffaloes are down to their final strike. Trailing 4-2 here in the 9th inning. So no balls and 2 strikes as we wait the offering here. Yamazaki leans in. He shakes off his catcher a couple of times. And now we're ready to go. He checks the runner over at second, which is Sano. Here comes the 0-2. And the pitch is on the way. It is a fastball swung on and missed, and that is going to do it. As Haruka goes down on strikes for the 3rd time this evening. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left aboard here for the Buffaloes in the bottom of the 9th. Your final score is the BayStars 4, the Buffaloes 2. Appreciate you guys for listening in. Stick around for a couple minutes. We're going to come back, wrap this one up, and give you the out-of-town scoreboard right after this.
Good evening, sports fans. I hope you all have been enjoying the game. This is just another message from another Hollis build. I hope that your team is in the lead, but if not, remember, that's life. That's what all the people say. You're riding high in April, shot down in May. But you know I'm gonna change that tune. When I'm back on top in June. I said that's life, and as funny as it may seem, some people get their kicks stomping on my team, but I don't let it get me down. 'Cause this fine old world, it keeps spinning around. I hope you enjoy the rest of the game, and if it remains the same, remember, that's life. You want your fill? Go check another Hollis build on YouTube. Last Raps Baseball. Let's get back to the game. Let's go! You know that's life. You know it. One love and peace.
Welcome back, everybody. We're going to give you the rundown on this one. We'll give you the out-of-town scores, and we'll call it a night. First of all, we'll get you rolling with the top of the second was when the scoring opened up. It was a leadoff double by Shugo Maki of the BayStars, and he was brought home on a RBI double by Tyler Austin. That opened up the scoring at 1-0. And the bottom of the second, Orix got that run right back as with one out, Kai Nakagawa singled. He stole second. And then he came around on a wild pitch or a pass ball. We're not sure what it was yet officially. I think it was a pass ball because it looked like it hit the glove of the catcher. But that said, it may be charged as a wild pitch to Trevor Bauer because it looked like he wasn't close to hitting his spot. But we'll have to see what the official score has on that one. Regardless, it evened the score at 1-1 because that ball ended up into a right center field. In the fourth inning, Orix added to their lead as Yumatangu had hit a home run to lead off the fourth inning. That increased the scoreline to 2-1. But the Yokohama DeNa BayStars got themselves 3 runs in the sixth. They leadoff walk to Hayashi. He stole second. After Oda had struck out, Sakene had walked. That put runners at first and second. Then Sano flew out to left field, and that's where the excitement started. Shugo Maki came up to the plate and hit a single to right field, and he was able to bring home Shugo Maki was able to score all the way from first base on the error by Haruka when he threw the ball into right center field, trying to gain the force. And that is where the score ended, as it was a 4-2 ball game. Trevor Bauer goes 7 strong innings here for the BayStars, getting the win. And that is going to be his third of the season as he goes to 3-2. We'll take a quick peek at the out-of-town scoreboard, and then we're going to wrap this one up and call it a night. We'll be back on the airwaves again at 10 o'clock Pacific or 1 a.m. Eastern tomorrow. So a quick look at the out-of-town scoreboard. It is 4-0 in the top of the ninth inning for the Fighters over the Tigers. It is 5-4 for the Eagles over the Dragons. That's in the bottom of the eighth inning. It is a 2-1 lead for the Lions over the Swallows. That's in the top of the ninth. A final score, the Carp knock off the Chipolote Marines 3-2. That game is now a final. And then it is a 5-1 ball game for the Hawks over the Giants. That's in the top of the ninth inning. That game is at the PayPay Dome. All right, everybody. Once again, we appreciate you guys for listening in. Hopefully, we'll see you guys again later today with all more action. Have a great night, everybody.